pussies. Welcome back to Therapuss. Our next guest needs absolutely no introduction. I am so pleased, honored, and excited to talk to the queen, Addison Ray, today. Hey!
I was actually watching your last few episodes, and I was like, oh my gosh, I wonder what he's going to say for my intro, and that was really sweet.
Wait, I was thinking about your intro all morning. I was like, no introduction, and I was going to list off your singles, but then I was like, that contradicts the no introduction,
right.
and then I was like...
We can get into those
I'm so excited for you.
Thank you.
You've had the most incredible year.
Thank you.
Are you like...
It's been pretty crazy.
What's it? Because I remember, I feel like I saw you that night you released Diet Pepsi. Mm-hmm. And I feel like just from then it's been like,
whoa, yeah, that was a crazy night.
You were literally at the event. It was you and Lexi, and you were watching the premiere, and you were so anxious.
Yeah.
And then I remember listening to it that entire weekend at the Jersey Shore. And I was like, this is where it's meant to be listened to.
I feel like I definitely watched those TikToks of you at the Jersey Shore.
Yeah, I was like eating ice cream.
Wait, because then you posted the ice cream TikTok,
yes,
right?
Yes.
Yeah, that was a crazy night. I don't know, I kind of am in the type of person to prefer that when something comes out that's like requiring a lot of attention from me or like to me, I like to do something else. And so that was kind of why we were like, let's just go to this really fun event, I don't know, and do something that's like a little bit more distracting than just, anticipating the release of it all.
And it like literally took off. Did you expect Diet Pepsi to take off the way it did?
I don't know that I really had any real expectations for it, but I did know that it was a really special song. Whenever I wrote the song with Luke and Elvira, we were in the studio and it was like the first time we met. And I mean, our session was like about to end. And sometimes like in sessions, you're like, I don't know, it's with anything really. It's like, are we going to make something that we like? Or are we never going to speak to each other again? Right. And then towards the end of the session, the song just really magically happened. Like Luca started playing the piano and we were kind of all just like humming different little melodies. And then we found this one little section, the last line of the hook, losing all my innocence. And then we were like, oh my God, wait, that is literally so good. And we were like, okay, let's keep going. And then the next day we finished the song and we were just like, there's something really magical here. And that kind of kickstarted everything. But I think my expectations were pretty low in terms of like people getting or understanding it. Because sometimes when you put too much of an emphasis on the response, it ends up just never matching that anyways, So I tried to go into it pretty chill.
I feel like that's the best way. I feel like I experience that all the time where it's like I put all my excitement towards like one thing and then it never ends up being what you want it to be. And then it's like, well, it's over now. What do I do?
Yes. And then it's like a crisis.
Yeah, it's like the biggest internal crisis. Wait, so Elvira, did she do the entire album?
Yeah, I did the whole album with Luke and Elvira.
And what was that like?
It was really great. I didn't know initially that I wanted to make the entire album with the same people because, with my EP and other music that I've made, it's kind of been like sessions and sessions and sessions until I'm so noisy right now.
Wait, I'm obsessed. It's really calming for me. It's really calming for me.
It's kind of nice. I don't know. When I made other music and had done other sessions before, it never made full sense to just stay in the same room because it kind of felt sometimes like too stale. If you'd like stay in the same room with the same people for too long, you're like, all right, I don't know what else I could say with you. I said it all, you know? And I don't know, I'm an oversharer, so I kind of get through it really quick and go in really hard. And then after we made Diet Pepsi, we were like, I don't know, it feels like something really special is happening here. And, having a room of all girls was something that I never experienced before because I'd never really worked with female producers like that.
I think that's what makes I was actually just talking about this, I think that's what makes your music so special is that it's like literally made by all women and it's like the coolest thing ever because like women get pop, you know what I mean? And
also just totally understand each other in a way that, you can't always get there or feel understood. I don't know, it felt like it just made sense. And when it was happening and, Elvira's from Sweden and Lucas from LA, but super international. And I don't know, it's like they understood such separate perspectives as me, but also something so synonymous throughout all of us.
Right.
And it just really, I don't know, it feels really special.
It is really special, and you should be super fucking proud of yourself. I'm like
am.
so fucking excited for it to soundtrack my entire summer.
I can't wait for you to hear all of it.
Me too.
I'm dying for you to hear. I'll play you.
Please.
The teaser that I
Yes.
just had posted had the instrumental to a song, which is called New York, and it'll be out. But the song is called New York.
Yeah.
And it's the first track on the album.
Uh-huh.
So it opens the album with New York.
That is perfect. Are there any features on the album, or is it all you?
No, it's all me. It's all me. I don't know. I felt like that was really important for me. I think there was a lot of ideas from, the label or people to explore having features or people collaborate. But I don't know. Like I said, it felt really intuitive and correct for it to just be me, Luca, Elvira, trapped in a room,
right,
making an album and finishing it. We only added one other person into rooms, and her name was Tove, and she's also a female. So the whole project is only women.
That's amazing.
Really great. Obviously, besides like who mixes and masters.
Right.
But I actually don't know if I know any women that mix and master, but like, hey, maybe the next project. No, I'm kidding. I love Randy and Serban. Shout out to them.
Do you, how does this feel different than the EP? Because I feel like the EP, like, were you always planning on releasing that, or was it like leaked and everyone was like, release it, and you were like, okay.
Yeah, I was like, okay. Yeah. No, I didn't plan on releasing it. I actually, after Obsessed came out, I kind of was like, I don't know. I was really trying to lock myself away. I kept doing sessions and I kept writing, and obviously that's how all the other songs that got leaked because all of those were sessions that I was having post Obsessed and maybe even some before Obsessed. But yeah, I didn't want those to come out. They weren't done. And I don't know. I was not as confident as myself as a writer at that point. I wasn't really determined on writing aggressively. I was writing and I was in all the sessions. I think I've only ever cut maybe like a handful of demos that I didn't have anything to do with. And I don't know, it didn't feel like reflective enough of who I am. And I don't know, I really struggle with that, which I don't like that idea because I do think that you can cut a demo and it'd be amazing. Right. I actually just saw Charlie talking about that the other day. She was like, if you're an artist that refuses to cut demos, like just because you can't sell it. And I'm like, wait. I'm like, fuck, I need to be able to sell it. Wait, can I say?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. What does cut a demo mean?
Okay, so like, let's say, I feel like, okay, so Nothing On But The Radio. That song's on my EP. I love that song. So that song, I cut that song. We changed like a few lyrics that are like very minor, but that song is like a song that I cut. So that song already existed, and had like a demo vocal over it. So like
Understood.
A songwriter on it, or in that case, Gaga had that song. And so that's kind of like what a demo is. So like someone could present you a song or be like, hey, we wrote this song the other day with no artist in the room, but we feel like this song would sound great in your voice. So do you want to cut this song? And then sometimes it's like, yeah, I want to cut this song. And sometimes it's like, I'm offended that you thought I would cut this song. No, I'm kidding. I try to have an open mind when it comes to listening to demos, but I am a little bit of a stickler because I think just simply because at this point in my life and career, I'm like really adamant on making sure that I'm involved with everything. So it feels really raw and authentic and real. And so I'm a little bit hesitant on cutting demos, but I do think when there's a good enough song, anybody, should give it a shot and try and sell it. Right.
And did you had your hand in writing the entire album? Mm-hmm. And what does your writing process look like?
It depends on this album. And aside from everything else that I've done, a lot of the stuff I did before this album, I very much like, sorry, I'm like all over the place.
Wait, same. Like, don't worry. I'm
like, wait, I need help. No, but with this album, I mean, it was just me, Luke, and Elvira in every room alone, essentially. And then I would just come up with concepts, write them in my notes. And there's this one song that we have called In the Rain. And that one, I had written down this lyric, like, I only cry in the rain, so that nobody could see it, essentially. It was like this thing that I had written in my notes. And that's a very, like, emotional thing for me because I don't like being sad, and I really hate it, actually, and I feel really vulnerable, and I almost feel like a responsibility when I'm sad. And so this song was kind of a little bit of a nod to that, in a way of just being like, I'm only going to cry in the rain because I don't want people to have this power over me of like seeing me at a weak point or feeling like someone could take advantage of that, or I don't know, just feeling like my sadness is like a burden on people. I feel really weird about that sometimes.
Is that what you meant by when you said you felt like a responsibility when you were sad?
Yeah, it's like I feel like, I don't know, I always get in my head about it sometimes, about just being sad and how I feel like it makes people around you feel uncomfortable, or like, I don't know, like people have to like cheer you up or try really hard to make you feel better. And I'm like, I don't like feeling like that, because I always feel like it's a difficult situation to navigate. And I always struggle with people when they're sad, because I'm just like, I don't know how to fix it. And I'm such a fixer.
Right. I feel like I get that. And it's like, do you ever feel like your audience doesn't want to see you sad? And like, does that give you anxiety?
And then you feel like, I don't want to be sad, especially now.
Right.
Yeah. But I do think on this project, there is a few songs. There's another song called Times Like These that's a little bit similar to the vein of Headphones, where it's very much like, you know, accepting the confusion of what happens in your life and kind of making that into something that you appreciate in a lot of ways. And I think that that's kind of what the album does in a lot of ways, is like kind of twist these things on their head and say, you know, I'm not going to let that destroy me or like take over my life. And I kind of like own the sadness of it all. But back to what I was saying about In the Rain, because I am all over the place, but In the Rain was just like something I wrote down in my notes, like, or, you know, I have a little diary that I keep, but I struggle much more to write in a diary, because sometimes I feel like, wait, what if somebody's going to see this? Like, what do I do? But I'll write down in my phone notes sometimes, and I had written down that I only like to cry in the rain so that nobody notices. And then I went into the session with that concept to Luke and Elvira, and I was like, all right, I want to write a song that, you know, includes this kind of subject. And so I actually think with that song in specific, Luca, maybe they did it together when I had left a session, because maybe I don't know, I went to dinner or something early, and I was like, guys, I gotta go. But this is like over, you know, I think it was over 50 something sessions we made the album. So
oh wow.
Yeah. So in between that, you know, there'd be days when I was like, I gotta go. But that concept came up and I said it to them. Then I left, and then when I came back the next day to work, they were like, oh, we wrote this on piano, this melody, and it's the hook melody, which is like really gorgeous and beautiful, and it's very like Swedish vibes. I don't know. Every time I would play that song for people, they'd be like, oh, I can totally feel like the ace of bass in it. It feels very that. And yeah, that one was one that I like came in, and then we wrote all the lyrics together, wrote the verse melody, wrote the pre-melody, and then we used that hook that they had came in with, which was so beautiful over this, like these gorgeous chords on the piano. And that was just like one way that a song would come about. But then for most of the rest of them, I mean, we started them from scratch in the room. We have actually some really great footage of us. Like, we recorded on our MacBooks, and we would just run it for hours on photo booth, and it would just be us, like, back and forth. I have, like, some funny videos of us just, like, sounding absolutely insane making these songs, because we would just bounce back and forth, but it was such an intimate room that it really didn't matter how crazy we sounded, until we landed upon the songs.
Do you was there like a song on the album that you were like, this song is never getting done, and it was like so hard to finish?
Ooh. You know, for the most part, all of the songs, when we started them, we wouldn't finish them if it wasn't going to be on the album. Like, we didn't make very many songs for the album.
Right.
So the album's 12 songs, and there's 2 interludes in that. And the interludes, one of the interludes actually came from like a session that we did in New York, and I loved this melody that I had made. And I was like, oh, and I love this quote. Like, I read this book, or a title of a book, and I think it's Clear Water in a Pool Painted Black. And that inspired me to write, which is one of the interlude titles, Life's No Fun Through Clear Waters. Because when I read that, I was like, what does that even mean? And then I was thinking to myself, it's just like life would not be interesting if everything was beautiful and perfect. And so I'd written that down, and this melody came to me in the session, and I was like, oh, wait, this is it. And we like, you know, messed with it for a little bit that whole day in New York. And we were at Jungle City, I think is the studio, that we were at, and we like came up with this, and it was like really angelic and beautiful. And then all of a sudden we were like, this is not going anywhere. Like, we're not doing anything with this. And then I remember like I came back the next day or weeks later even, and like Luca and Elvira like pitched it down like really low and like slowed it down and made it really distorted and weird. And then that ended up making the album. So I think like most of these songs either started and finished themselves in like a span of 2 to 3 days, and maybe had tweaks like here and there. But for the most part, we would almost like put away a song that didn't come magically.
Right.
Like if it didn't feel like it was happening effortlessly, we kind of like let it go, which has kind of been something that I've been doing a lot lately, which is sometimes not the right thing to do.
No, but I actually think that's super beautiful because I think you can really feel it. Like the whole album kind of has this like ethereal, like fairy-like vibe that was kind of like it came to you and you like regurgitated it and you're like, here you go.
Totally.
And so I actually think that really works in your favor and like it's like really like a present theme in the album. Even though I haven't heard it yet, I feel that from the album. And I also feel that through the cover, which is so incredible. When I saw that cover, Louise, like when I saw that cover, I actually, my jaw hit the floor.
Stop!
It was like, you know, like it was so like naughties, but so it was just perfect. It's a perfect, it felt like a classic to me. Like that's what it felt like. And how did you, were there any other options for the cover?
So I'll show you actually, because I have a photo of like the wall. Essentially, we did this photo shoot at the Box in New York, which was really fun, and I love the Box.
I love the Box.
I love the Box. I don't care if anybody hates the Box. I love the Box, and like I just love how dangerous it is and naughty and crazy.
Oh,
but we shot the cover at the Box, and we did like kind of the whole album shoot there, which was just my dream. I had like a really fun night at the Box, and after that I was like, okay, I just need everything to exist in the context of the Box, you know?
Yeah.
But I really want to find this before. This is what the wall looks like.
Oh, whoa.
So there was like, wait, that's when we were like, oh yeah, this is the cover.
That's the shot.
But there really wasn't like a clear winner. When we shot it, I'm like, anybody that's listening, no, when we shot it, there wasn't necessarily a goal in mind for the cover.
Right.
So we had done.
Oh, whoa.
It's like, here, you want to hold it?
Yeah.
You can like zoom in if you want. But when we shot it, there wasn't like a clear cover. We really didn't know what the cover was going to be.
Oh, these are amazing.
Thanks.
Oh my God. You can make a fucking coffee table book out of these.
I know, I want to. I want to do a gallery.
You should.
But we were in between that and the one that we ended up choosing. But we were like pulling them out and like really figuring out what was going to make the most sense. I mean, we printed everything. Like Ethan, we went to his gallery.
Right.
It was like me, Lexi, and Justin and Joe at the gallery, just looking at all the printouts and like going one by one. And he printed out pretty much every photo. And we just like pinned them on the wall and we're like, all right, which one like speaks the album to us, you know? And that one is, I've been using pink a lot. That's been like a common theme. Like with high fashion, it was a lot of pink. With the aquamarine cover, it was more of a pink wash, even though it was still blue. And then Diet Pepsi obviously was like black and white and Pepsi colors, but still very pink. Like everything felt very pink. But then when we shot that cover and it had a wash of like multiple colors in it, it just made the most sense and kind of encapsulated the whole album in a way that I think the other photo, you know, was in black and white. It kind of just didn't give me enough emotion when I looked at it. And I think the photo that we ended up going with feels very heavy in that way. It's like very reactional when you look at it and it feels magical. You know?
That's what it feels like ethereal. And like, I also think it was such a good move to go with color because the album is so colorful.
It is.
Every song has like, you know, like you can like hear the colors in it, especially in headphones on. Like you can hear like the pinks and the purples and like, you know what I mean? And it's just so special.
That makes me so happy. I know I don't have like, I don't know what the diagnosis is for like synesthesia, but I'm like, maybe I have it. I just don't even know what the qualifications are to have that. But I do think I like to associate songs with colors because it brings it to life for me and makes it really vivid. But yeah, I also feel like the theme for me, I don't know if you know what Libby Lou is. No? Does anybody know what Libby Lou is? Okay, well, it's essentially this like child store, like type of Disney princess type of scenario. Like, you know when you'd go to Disney like as a kid and you could like get a princess look or like
they'd
give you a makeover.
Right.
So Libby Lou essentially is like this makeover spot for like kids, and I would go there when I was little. I've posted photos here before and it was really cute. It's like a feather boa. You could like choose to be the rock star or you could choose to be the pop princess, like whatever. Anyways, the whole goal for the album is for it to feel like R-rated Libby Lou.
Oh,
so
I love that.
We were like, me and Lexi have talked about this all the time because Lexi's from Texas and I'm from Louisiana. So we have like a very similar upbringing. And I lived in Texas for a little bit and that's where I first went to Libby Lou.
You did?
I lived in Houston.
When did you live in Houston?
In middle school.
No way. Yeah. And then were you raised in Louisiana, then Houston, then back to Louisiana.
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
So Southern girl.
Yeah.
Southern girl at my core. But yeah, Lexi grew up in Texas too. So we had a lot of the same experiences, but it was so funny. We were in Palm Springs for Coachella, and we went to like the Skims store randomly. We were like in the Skims store at the outlets, and when we walked in,
outlets.
I know, me too. Like YSL in those outlets is so good.
It's just like it's perfect.
It's perfect. It's perfect, and it's just such a perfect stop on the way to like the weird location of Palm Springs.
Right?
You know,
Like,
every time I'm there, I'm like, this is literally "Don't Worry, Darling." Like, why does it feel like this?
It is. I think "Don't Worry, Darling" was shot in Palm Springs.
No, I think it was too, but it's exactly that. Like, it feels like, I don't know. It feels like somebody came in there and tried to make that
like
weird
a fake
escape.
city.
Yeah, it's like, why are we supposed to be smiling all the time? But yeah, we went in there and we smelt Libby Lou, and it was, anyways. That's where I meant to circle that back to, because we smelt the smell of Libby Lou, and we looked at each other and we were like,
Libby
that
Lou.
was Libby Lou, and we were like, that's a sign. Like, the album is Libby Lou. Anyways,
that's amazing.
You have to know more about Libby Lou.
Does it still exist?
No.
When did it shut down?
Wait, I'm gonna show you the logo.
Wait, I want to see. It reminds me of like a.
Like, what color are you seeing?
Like yellow, like a butter yellow.
Okay.
So it's not a butter yellow.
It's not that. No, it's actually like this. It's like this cup holder.
Okay. So it's like
like very hot pink and like purple.
So it's like what's that? Who am I thinking of? You know, the cartoon, and it's like. It'll come to me in like 4 hours.
What is it? Yeah, like right when I leave.
Yeah, right when you leave, it'll come to me. Are you planning on touring the album? Or
I don't know. Am I allowed to say that? There's definitely plans to tour the album, yeah.
are you like excited about like do you like performing?
Yeah, I do really like performing. I don't know. I think I was always wanting to perform just in life. I think it's always been so fun to me to be on stage and like convey some sort of feeling to people. I mean, I grew up competitively dancing, so I think, wait, look, this is Libby Lou. So like you would get dressed up like that.
Oh, whoa.
Isn't that amazing?
It's like
Build-A-Bear for yourself.
It's like a gay Hot Topic. It's like kind of what it is.
No, it's the best place on earth. Oh my God, I miss it.
By the way, this is giving exactly what I thought it was, the cartoon I was talking about.
Really?
What the fuck is it?
What
It's
is the
like
cartoon?
it's like pink and they're like it's like the dolphins. Mm-hmm.
You're talking about Lisa Frank?
Yes.
yes. It is like Lisa Frank.
It's
it
like,
actually is very much like that.
Yeah.
But that wasn't a cartoon. That was just like stickers.
Yeah.
That was just like a brand.
Yeah. So like I didn't know how to describe it. I was like something of the sort.
Yeah. No, it's so that. Like the vibrant colors of Lisa Frank. It's very that.
I just wanted to know what Coachella was like.
Oh my God, it was so crazy.
Was it scary
Did
at
you
all?
go?
I went weekend 1. I was so fucking mad when you came out weekend 2. I was like, cool, I missed it.
No, it's okay. It actually, I don't know. Weekend 1, because I was there with Arca on weekend 1, which was really fun. And honestly, the perfect way to like start my Coachella experience. I've never been to Coachella before that. So
Ever?
No.
But you did Stagecoach last year.
I went to Stagecoach.
Yeah.
But that's so different. And I even went to Stagecoach this year for a day, and it's very, very different. I went to see Lana.
How was?
It was amazing.
Oh, she looked unbelievable.
It was so good. It was really magical. I know she looked and sounded perfect.
I just like feel like women are really like running the music space right now, and it's so like nice to see after like all these years of that like not being the case.
Totally.
Or maybe it was the case, but it was like underappreciated.
Yeah.
And now it's like there's like with like stan culture like kind of coming to like the forefront of the zeitgeist. Like I feel like it's like this new appreciation, and it's like awesome to see.
Yeah, it is so nice. It's such like a motherly vibe.
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah, Lana was amazing, and Coachella was just really crazy. It was really crazy. I actually don't get very nervous before I go on stage.
You don't seem it at all.
No, I'm like very chill, like almost so chill that my managers are like, is something wrong?
Yeah.
Like, are you okay? You know, I'm really chill, and I like to make things as normal as possible before big moments like this. So I like everybody to be chilling. I like to be like walking around. I almost like to pretend it's not about to happen.
Right.
You know,
right.
like, and then I'm just like, okay, I can only think about it when I'm literally walking on stage, because then it makes it a little bit more processable.
It's kind of like jumping
even a
into
word?
like
Processable.
yeah. It's
I like
a word
making
now.
up my own words.
Yeah, it's a word now. I feel like it's like jumping into like cold water.
Yes.
And
it's like you can't think about it until you're just doing it.
Right.
And
It's like
it
jumping
can
off
hit
a high board.
Yeah.
Like a dive
diving
board. Yeah.
A high board.
Yeah. I made up my own word too. Oh my God. Are you doing more music videos for the album?
Yeah. Oh my God. I just shot, which these will be out by then, by the time the album comes out and by the time this comes out. I'll show you some videos from that too.
Wait, I'm so excited.
There's the song called Fame is a Gun. And that,
Obsessed.
and that song I love so much. It actually, like, when I was playing the album for people before the album came out, that one was randomly, like, a favorite for people. And it's the only song other than the interlude, Life's No Fun Through Clear Waters, that we wrote in New York. So,
oh, no way.
Yeah, and New York wasn't even written in New York. We wrote New York in LA, which makes perfect sense because you have to sometimes leave it to appreciate it, you know?
Yes. I feel like I'm always unhappy where I'm at, and I always
Same.
like look
and then when I leave, I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, I want to go back.
Yeah, I had the best time. So Sean, who directed Diet Pepsi and Aquamarine, Sean Price Williams, he directed this one, which is kind of like a funny little
And who did High
full circle
Fashion?
moment.
And
High Fashion was
Headphones On?
Mitch
Okay.
Ryan. So he did Headphones and High Fashion, and then Sean's back for Fame is a Gun.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have another music video that Ethan, who shot
The album cover.
he
Right.
directed. So that was really fun too.
Oh my God, I'm
I just
so
want to show you
excited.
everything.
I
I'm
know.
like-
I need to see it all.
Especially if it's really annoying that this comes out before, because now I'm like, I wanted you to experience it when it all happens. But at the same time, it's like,
Yeah.
you might as well know.
Oh, it like reminds me. It's like when Charlie came and talked about Brat. It's like I didn't.
Yeah, you didn't fully
I didn't hear a single.
get it.
I heard like the song she'd released. I didn't hear the album at all. But like I got the vibe.
Right.
Like
right.
I got
you
the vibe.
You could get it.
Yeah.
This is the other video we shot, which was really amazing. Like, it's essentially
Oh my God.
a bunch of my girlfriends.
Wait,
like,
what's this? What's this
dancing.
for? Which one's this
This
for?
is Times Like These. It's like
Mm-hmm.
pretty much this narrative, the video of like, you know, separating work and fun. Work and
Is that
and
Lexi?
personal life. No, this is my best gal, Jal. She's gonna be with me for a very long time, so you can remember Jal. She was in Aquamarine actually.
Whoa, this is sick choreo.
Yeah, it's amazing choreo. It's my bestie and incredible artistic collaborator and friend Danielle Polanco. Me and Lexi like did a class with her before we worked on any of the album stuff together, and we were just like, oh, Danielle has to be a part of this.
Yeah.
She's like the best dancer ever. Like if you ever have time and you're bored, you have to go and look at all of Danielle's videos because she is so sexy and effortless and perfect, and she's like a true kitten.
Right. Did you like doing competitive dance when you grew up?
Yeah, I loved it. I really loved it. I miss it. I think I just miss, I don't know, I love competing. I love competition and feeling like you're being pushed to do something better than you're doing. And I think competition dance is so that in like a really beautiful and like communal way.
Right.
You never feel, you know, too competitive with people you compete against. It's more of like this really beautiful push and drive to know what you're capable of.
Right.
And so, yeah, I really miss it.
But now you're kind of able to do it
Yeah,
throughout all your
I know.
art, which by the way feels so full circle because I feel like you've tried your hat in so many different things, and then like this feels like you're so good at everything. I'm not even just saying that. You are so good at everything to me, and I think to everyone as well. But like this feels, does this also feel to you like, okay, this is what I'm meant to be doing? Or yeah.
Well, I think, you know, people always ask me what I prefer, like acting or dancing, and I'm like, or singing, and I'm like, why can't they all exist in the same world? And to me, they do, because I think performing is kind of like the basis of what I love in life, is like putting on a really interesting, introspective, questionable sometimes, or like, you know, a show that makes you question what you thought about the way you could feel even. And so like kind of pushing that boundary within myself, but like for other people is like really interesting to me. So I think as long as I'm putting on some sort of provocative, interesting show, I'm like really satisfied. And I think that with music, I have so much freedom in that, because with acting, which I do love to do, you can really transform. I mean, you know this, Mr. Actor. Mr. Actor.
Thanks.
But you know, like you can really like put on a show in a way that you wouldn't go yourself most
Right.
times.
Yeah.
or maybe you're an exaggerated version of yourself, which is like a really interesting thing to play with. But I think with music, I'm so lucky that I have so much creative control over what I'm doing right now. And like the label really has trusted me with whatever I've wanted to do. Like they really don't know what the hell's going on. I'm just like, this is what's happening and we're doing this, like we're shooting this video.
But I feel like you can feel that you have creative control, by the way. Like you can feel that it's all up to you.
Well, it's just like truly, even with Diet Pepsi, like the team that was used and started and slowly evolved into what it is now, even it's really been serendipitous and magical in ways that like we're all best friends and like we all have the best time working together. I mean, I'm sure you know how this feels, like working with people that totally get you and totally understand you and can open up your eyes in different perspectives that feel so true to who you are at the same time as it feels so new. And I think like that's what I've had the luxury of. I think choice and being able to create what you want exactly the way you want it is such a privilege and such a luxury that you almost forget about until you're on a set where you don't have control. And then you're like, wait, I really need control. Like I'm a control freak. I love being in control.
And it's also so nice to have like people around you that like will be honest with you. And that you can like take their criticism, like you can take it well. Just like finding that good team is like everything.
I know.
You know what I mean?
And they're like all my best friends and it's just the most magical thing. It's really like a family.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, I have learned this lesson the hard way, but I think we know now that your person just doesn't fall out of the sky and come to you. You have to actively open yourself up to it and search for love. Tinder makes that part easier for us because there are so many ways you can use it. Use Tinder because you moved to a new city and don't know anybody, or because you're abroad and you want to meet a hot foreign guy like me right now in France. Also, it is the summer of yes. Like I feel like last summer was Brat summer and I was like starting to get into my summer of yes, and now it's like a Lord and Addison summer, and like I want this to be like yes, like I'm comfortable. I'm looking for love. I'm ready. Yes. And Tinder makes that easy. Like use Tinder for the plot. Like it's also just like for the plot. Like if you match with somebody, like great. Like you can go on a date with them or you don't have to. But like it's also just like fun information to have. Like if I'm abroad and like there's a hot guy I match with, I'm like, oh, tonight I could go on a date with Jacques or something. You know what I mean? Like I guess that's just my name in France. But like, or French. You know what I mean? Like use Tinder for whatever you want. Explore all the possibilities for yourself. Tinder. It starts with a swipe. Download the app today. Thank you, Tinder, for sponsoring tonight's episode. This episode of Therapuss is brought to you by Booking.com. Booking for 6 people on my tour can be very difficult because everybody has different needs and we all want to make sure everyone's needs are met. Like when you're Googling hotel by hotel by hotel by hotel and seeing what they have to offer, it can be very difficult. But Booking.com makes it so easy for us because we can just put in what everybody needs and it'll find the rooms and the hotel that give that to us. It makes Matt's life a lot easier, especially because he likes to do things last minute. Oftentimes we'll be getting to a city and we will literally have nowhere booked and we'll be like, oh, so what do we do? And like normally I would freak out, but because I know he uses Booking.com, I do not freak out. I know that whatever he puts in, all of our preferences will be met. We will always have somewhere to go, and that's because of Booking.com. Whether you're booking for yourself, your partner, or your high maintenance group chat, everything can be found on Booking.com. Find exactly what you're booking for on Booking.com. Booking. Book today on the site or in the app. Releasing music and like doing like bigger projects like this, I feel like is like different because you got your start like, you know, posting online and stuff, and like that has this like instant gratification. Almost it's like you post and you get a bunch of likes and like.
I feel like you posted a video about this one time, didn't you? You're just like, I just need instant gratification.
Yes, I do.
Like,
yeah, I do. Like I need it, and like. With singing and with acting and performing, like there is no instant gratification. Like it's all about like the long-term payoff. And like how does that feel, like the difference between the two?
I feel like I've actually gotten really lucky with most projects that I've worked on or done, even with acting, because you know when I filmed He's All That was in 2020 and it came out in 2021. And it was like pretty fast, you know, it was a really quick turnaround. But then same thing with Thanksgiving. When I did Thanksgiving, it was a really fast turnaround. It was like maybe less than 8 months or something like that for most of the projects I've done. And then I got really lucky because we just shot, you know, 2 music videos that'll come out in the next 3 weeks, which is really fast. Yeah. But I don't know. I totally get what you're saying though, because I think I actually shot a movie last year that's coming out at the end of this year, and that we had to wait a little bit of time for. It felt like a little bit longer. But I almost have found a lot of comfort in that.
Really?
I almost enjoy that because I'm like, so many things can be instant, like social media. You know, I can post on Instagram right now, which I'm like, I love posting. Like, I just want to post everything all the time. I like don't want to wait for anything.
Yeah.
I just want to post it immediately. I actually remember you posting something about that too when you were going to post your like tour video. You were like, I just want to post it right now, even though like I can't.
My God, I remember that.
I know.
Oh my God.
Right?
Yes.
You're like, I want to share it now. Like, but it's too early. Like, I just need to share it though. And I feel that same way all the time. But I've learned to appreciate that because it gives you a little bit of a buffer. And I think even recently I watched Charlie's TikTok where she was talking about how like overexposure is such an interesting conversation.
I loved that.
I loved that too because it is such an interesting thing and it happens very frequently with a lot of artists. They feel like they're too exposed or they need to pull back or, you know, they're too scared to get overdone or like feel like you're too in front of everybody's face and that people will get tired of you. But I feel like with projects that are delayed or a little bit later make you wait, it's almost like, okay, not everything has to be now. And I can feel comfort in the fact that something's coming and not so pressured to make something happen now, you know? And I think I've felt that way a lot, even with this past year of making music and this and that, or feeling like time is going by so fast, honestly. I've really tried to slow down a lot recently because things are happening so quickly. And it is a little sad because it's like, why are we treating it like it's fleeting? I don't like that.
I know. I feel like that's like the key to success almost in like some like fucked up way. It's like you have to treat it like it's fleeting.
You know think?
Kind of, because like...
See, I'm so different. I actually feel like it's the other way around, which is maybe like...
Maybe I think I have the wrong.
I think you're wrong. No, but this is just my approach. And I think it's what works for me in a comforting way is I think when I would treat things like they're fleeting, I would feel like it gives them permission to fleet. You know? Mm-hmm. And I don't want to give anything permission to fleet. I'm like, I need to act like this will always, what I want will always be here. And what I know I'm going to get is also always going to be there. And so I will get it, you know, and I think you're like changed.
No, I'm like actually like, because it's a confidence. I think it's a confidence thing. Mm-hmm. And it's like confidence in, I think the reason maybe I treat things like they're always fleeting is because like I don't have confidence in what I do or what
Jake,
I put out. Well,
you should have more confidence in what you do.
I don't mean that in like a sad way. I just mean like, I think it comes with time. And like, I think
social media has created that kind of perception in a way because you feel like in order to be relevant or important, you have to be extremely active and like almost run yourself to the ground in order to stay in front of people's faces because it does feel like that. It does feel like when you're out of sight, you're out of mind in a lot of ways, you know, in social media and just the way that the entertainment industry works these days. You're like, well, you forget about me if I don't post today.
Right, yeah.
But I think I've gotten to a point where I feel like when you treat it like that, it does happen like that. And I think when you have quality work that you spent a lot of time on and that you really love and you know people will value it, it doesn't matter as fast as it needs to come out. It doesn't matter if you feel like you need to wait 2 more weeks for it to come out because you think someone's going to forget about you or maybe you're not going to be in front of their face for them to remember you. It's like the work is the value, you know?
Yeah.
What you put into the work and how amazing the work is and how much time you've spent on it. People will love good things because they're good, you know? So it doesn't matter if you went away and stopped posting for 6 months. If you come back with something that's incredible and has great integrity and value and a lot of passion into it, like people are going to pay attention no matter what. You know? It doesn't take you having to be like, hey, I'm right here. Like, don't forget. Because what you do is a reflection of the time and the energy that was put into it, you know?
Do you feel like that's something you like learned? Because I feel like you had this active era and then you stepped away.
Mm-hmm. And, yeah, it's a learned thing.
And like, did that feel weird at first? Or were you like, I know that this is what I'm meant to be doing right now?
I think it actually happened pretty naturally for me in a way that like my life was kind of evolving and, you know, things were happening in my life that felt like they needed to be handled privately and internally in a lot of ways. And I think it kind of prompted that discovery in a way because I was like, okay, in order to figure out what I even want to do or how I want the rest of my career to look or how I want people to take me seriously or not, or in what way do I want them to take me seriously, I had to readdress that because I think I gave people permission to view me in one way, which was very much like oversharing everything or like feeling like they new things that they didn't even know about, or feeling like they were just scratching the surface, which then turns into something that isn't what it even is.
Right.
And I think I had to understand that was out of my control at some point. So what I can control is allowing that to be a discussion topic in the first place, you know? So I kind of like pulled back a little bit in that time. And then I think I learned over time that quality things and quality items will always draw attention no matter what, you know, no matter how long it took or how silent or quiet the scene was before you put it out, or if you feel like it wasn't active enough. And I actually think that's why things are fleeting so much these days, is because people treat them like they're disposable.
Yeah.
You know? It's like, of course, if you treat something like it's disposable and like it doesn't have enough value to stick around for even 3 days, like, of course, nobody else is going to treat it like it is,
Right,
you know?
right. Like if you keep like being like, okay, and the next and the next and the next, everyone's gonna be like, okay,
yeah.
like, where do
well,
we
then
look?
they're gonna move on.
Yeah,
as
exactly.
fast as you did.
Right.
You know, so like when you treat something like it has longevity, it has power, it has strength, and the ability to withstand time, other people will also respond in that way and see the value that you put into it, which therefore translates to them having value in it. You know.
Yeah. I think that's super beautiful.
That's my best advice.
No, I think that's amazing advice, because like I needed to hear that. I feel like even today, like something happened and I was like, damn, I like thought, do I just need to, like, I thought this was going to be a bigger thing than it was. Okay, should I just move on? Like,
right.
Am I like,
right.
Are people forgetting about me? And like, I just like the worst feeling. And like,
it is the worst feeling.
Yeah. Feeling like forgotten is
it's
like,
so sad.
it's like the most sad, horrible feeling ever.
Know. What's your biggest fear?
Being forgotten.
Really?
I think, yeah. Being forgotten or being like.
Mine's being alone.
Really?
I hate being alone.
Do you always have someone around you?
Yeah. I like love. I don't know. I was talking to my therapist about this, but like something about having people there to feel like you're not just in your mind and confused. Like I feel like that is something that I really look for in company. You know, I'm just like, I need people that are around, so I feel like I'm not just like alone in my mind even,
right,
you know, and feeling
right.
like you don't really know what's happening, or I don't know. It's like an interesting thing that I've learned to discover about myself, because I've felt that way for a really long time, that I didn't like being alone. But I think being forgotten is kind of hand in hand with that in a way.
I think so too.
You know?
I think like being forgotten, I'm like thinking about like when people are thinking about me, I don't feel alone. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I think it's like
totally.
You know what I mean?
Totally.
And it's like,
but that's why social media is such like a companion in a way.
Right?
Know?
It's like a friend.
Yeah,
it's like a literal friend. Did you are you like still super active on like checking socials and stuff, or do you find?
Yeah, I'm an addict.
Yeah, I'm an addict too.
It's actually really disgusting.
I like check it like religiously, like every 5 seconds. I can't control it, and like I'm so grateful because I wouldn't be here without it. But like I understand at the same time that like it is really addicting and it's really bad.
I know. Like, what's your screen time?
Like 12 hours.
12?
Yeah.
Are you even awake for 12 hours?
Yes, I wake up and I check my phone and I'm just like staring at it the entire day. It's literally all I do. I'm like on my phone.
I love when you talk about that because you're so raw about it. It's like amazing. You just own it. But like, do you like that?
I like it when it feels good. Like when
and
I'm
you
like,
read one bad thing and you're like, I just ruined my whole life.
my whole like I read a tweet today that was like so nasty about me, and I was like,
you're like, the weather is so nice outside. I'm gonna go get some fresh air.
And the worst is when you read something and it's like, ooh, like why they kind of eat a little too.
Totally.
You know what
you're
I
like,
mean?
wait, because I feel that way about myself. So
It's
things
the
are making
worst
me feel worse.
feeling, and I was like, damn, like I hate feeling like a fraud, and I hate when people are like, there's something else to you that like you're not showing, and it's like that's why I'm so like open and honest about this stuff, because it's like that's like my number one thing. It's like I hate when people
like misunderstand
you or be like, this isn't you. Mm-hmm. You know, like I don't know, and it's like I feel like for you it's like you figured out who you were in front of everybody, and it's like how did you shut out everyone's opinions on that?
Yeah, I mean I feel like that's kind of what I was touching on with the whole taking a step back from social media thing, is that I felt so misunderstood, but I was sharing so much. And I think I even talked about this recently actually, because I think sometimes you do what you need to do to get where you want to go. And, you know, I wasn't showing every part of myself, as one mostly doesn't. You know, there are elements of yourself that surely you don't share online that aren't bad. They just aren't things you're willing to share or talk about or, you know, show. And I think privacy becomes really important over time of like, okay, what can I allow people access to that isn't going to hurt me, or they're not going to use to make me feel conflicted in my own life decisions that I have to make. And so I think, yeah, being misunderstood is definitely annoying. And it does get on my nerves sometimes. But I think over time, I've realized that, if somebody's commenting that this is not who I am or whatever, or when I was 19, I was more authentic. Like, I'm like, okay, well,
you were also 19. You were a different person.
Yeah, and I just moved to LA. I'm like, geez, like I was from a small town. Of course, I didn't experience a lot of things or have the opportunity to even, figure out who I was in those ways, because it's life whenever you grow up in a small town. Wait, where are you from?
I'm from New York.
Okay.
So not a small town.
Still a big place. Yeah, but still, I actually feel like a lot of people misunderstand people that are from big towns as well, because you almost feel like you're missing out on like the innocence of a lot of things, or like the progression of figuring out who you are and having those opportunities to be naive to things and then really decide for yourself, because I think whenever you grow up in a big town, sometimes you're presented with all these really large ideas as a small kid that are a little overwhelming, and then you don't really know what you actually believe or have gotten the opportunity to decide to believe,
I feel like that's why I think everything is so fleeting, because it's like everything moves so fast as opposed to like a little slower in a smaller town. Like it was like, yes, I grew up fast, but not in the sense that I was like doing a bunch of drugs and this. I grew up fast in the sense that I was like, okay, well, what do I want to do? Like everyone's figuring their shit out.
Totally.
Everyone's doing this.
You get to be an adult.
Yeah,
really
it's
fast.
like I like took the subway from when I was like 11, and like it's like
little Jake on the subway.
I know, and it's like I just feel like I grew up fast in the sense that I was like, okay, well, I'm an adult now, and this is what I should want to do, and I should have it figured out. And I feel like kind of in the age with like digital footprint, it's like we've gotten lost on the fact that like people change from year to year, like their interests change, who they are change. And I think we're holding people to a lot of who they were. And I feel like that's kind of it's something that like we have to reckon with as like.
Well, I think like we want to be so open online, and that has come over time for people to feel like, we should let everybody live their lives and do what they want. But then it's like this contradicting idea that like when you've made decisions in your life when you were younger, that you now have to never change from those. Right, or you now have to always, expect that to be a part of who you are. But it's really weird, because I think what people don't understand about, growing up in a small town, or, Louisiana's a pretty small place. And like, I actually think it's much more I think it's actually really misunderstood, because I think it's much more open and beautiful than a lot of people like to think. But I totally understand where this idea comes from of like the South being really far behind or not accepting people. And I don't know, I just feel like in my childhood, I actually didn't grow up with much of that, even though I did go to like, Christian schools. But a lot of these things stem from religion and what you're taught when you're growing up, and leaning on kind of like a rule book of life, which is like what a lot of these things stem from in the first place. And then I think it's like experiencing new life and new places and new people, and you realize the world is not as small as you thought it was, and you get the opportunity to see and feel things that are new and exciting and beautiful, and in ways that you just didn't know were possible. And I think growing up in a small town, I kind of just you live the life that you're learning to live in order to exist in that life, because you're just living the life that you're taught to live, or that you're expected to live when you're in a certain space. And then you travel and you experience life, and you move and you meet new people and you try things, and everything just opens up a little bit more. And it's nothing, I think none of it until it is out of bad intention. Right. And I think in my life, I've always tried to lead with a really good intention in everything I do. And I don't know, I try to treat everybody the way I want to be treated, and that's kind of just how I've always acted.
Do you remember like that moment where you felt like, oh, there's more than this town? There's like more than like...
When I got on Tumblr, when I
was like...
Yeah, I think I must have been like 11 when I first got on Tumblr, because my older cousin had Tumblr, and it was like during the age of like, I think it was 2010, 2011, 2012, when people would do like the summer pictures of like big rings, like the blow up rings and like bleach blonde hair.
Yeah.
Like 2012, And I was like, oh my God, this is so fun. And like bikinis, and like, I love it. And then I like got to confront a lot of different interests maybe in my life and like creative interest on Tumblr, and that kind of opened up a whole new world for me. And social media, I mean, it really taught me so much. I was on Stan Twitter when I was little. Like
Stan Twitter shapes you.
It really does. I had like a 1D account.
Did you really?
Yes. Oh
Does it still exist?
No, I actually tried to find it because, oh my God, I don't even want to talk about it because I'm like, who knows? Maybe it does exist. Like, I'm scared. But no, I had like a I don't even want to talk about it. But I also had a Dance Moms fan page too because I loved Dance Moms. So I was always on like.
My roommate Peyton had a Dance Mom fan account.
So did I. It was on Facebook though.
Oh, really?
Yes, I had a Dance Moms fan page on Facebook.
And what?
I was in fan page group chats on Facebook. Like, it was really crazy.
Was it like with like 30-year-old women?
No, it was with a bunch of kids. What? We were all kids on Facebook. We were way too young to be there, but we were there.
Okay, I forgot that. I feel like I forget that Facebook was a thing.
I know, and it was so big.
Facebook, I really want it to make a comeback. But
really?
It would.
I would do that.
But it's like in this day and age, like it's not marketable because Facebook was so personable. Personal. Yeah, personal, you know? Like you had to friend someone to see their stuff.
But that's kind of the beauty of it.
Yeah, I know.
That was like where the nice community of it all came from, you know? But I also do get like sharing things. That's why like obviously TikTok is so massive and so global, is because it's like you're getting fed new people every single day that you'd never have seen before in your life, versus like Facebook is like an active community that you have to like make, you know?
Right.
Which is interesting.
I feel like TikTok's like changed so much from like its conception to what it is now.
Yeah, it really has. It's evolved.
It's a completely different thing, and I feel like I don't know. It's so weird when you're watching an app, you're like, I can never imagine this app not being what like the biggest thing in the world, and I feel like it's so crazy to think that there's going to be something after TikTok.
I know, it's like, weird. But I don't know. Maybe TikTok will... I mean, Facebook is still around, you know?
Right.
And so maybe we'll always be on TikTok.
I hope.
I think we will be.
I love TikTok.
Nobody can
I love, like, I feel like I've discovered so much new music on TikTok and, like, so many shows that I watch and, like... Well, speaking of, actually, I was so excited to ask you, like, what were you listening to, like, while you were making your album? Like, who were you listening to, like, for inspo and just...
I'm like, I should look at my... Can't you see your like most listened to songs of the year?
Still? I feel like your Spotify is like famous. Like I remember like when everyone was like, "Wait, Addison Ray listens to Arca."
Oh
like,
my God, I remember that too. That was such a funny time. I'm like, now my Spotify is a little bit more public, and I turned off my active listening because I'm like, y'all don't need to know what I'm listening to. Like, get out of here.
Fuck, I need to turn that off.
No, you should, because like I'm just like, get out of my business. I'm trying to find new music. Like, give me a second. I have literally no service in here, but I think a lot of the stuff I was listening to when I made my album was, I was obviously listening to just albums that I love in life. I was listening to a lot of Arca, a lot of Madonna.
You love Madonna?
I love Madonna. I was listening to Erotica.
I've never heard Erotica, but I just watched the Glee Madonna episode last night. And I was like, damn, I really should get into Madonna.
No, you should. You should listen to Erotica. But you should also, have you watched Truth or Dare?
No.
Oh my God.
Is that
It's like her tour documentary.
Okay.
And it's so amazing. You should watch that. And then you should listen to Erotica.
Okay. And then she had I was watching like, there was this TikTok. I love when people like really deep dive into albums. It's like my favorite thing. Like
Same.
She listens to this podcast called, what is it, Every Single Album? Yeah, and like someone was going into Madonna's, I think it was Ray of Light, or no, what was the one where she like has her hair back?
Yeah, Ray of Light.
Yeah, Ray of Light, and they were like, that was the album that like changed Madonna's whole.
Yeah, that album's pretty damn amazing.
Yeah.
Have you listened to it? Oh my God, you have to.
I know, I need to.
There's this one song on it called Little Star, and it's like for Lourdes. It's so cute. And the lyric is like, never forget who you are, little star. Never forget how to dream. Butterfly, and it's really sweet.
Oh, that's beautiful.
It's really sweet. It was like a lullaby type of song, but it's really beautiful and like ethereal. I mean, all of those songs are really incredible. Ray of Light is actually a cover. Do you know that song, Ray of Light?
Yeah, it's a cover, from who sung it originally?
Who is it? It's like kind of unknown. Like not a lot of people know this, but it's a cover. It's like an interpolation of that song. It's really wild. But when you listen to the original, you're like, wow, you guys really saw through this, because then it turned into something just
Right.
so massive and iconic, you know?
Did you interpolate or sample anything on your album, or is it all original?
It's all original.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm really excited to hear the song where you talk about crying in the rain, because you spoke about
Elvira.
Avira like producing it on the piano, and I feel like pianos can sometimes sound like raindrops. You know what I mean? And I'm really excited to
It's
hear
a very
that.
emotional sound. I wish I had a video of whenever they first played that for me, because it's so beautiful. And like, also Luca and Elvira both have like really gorgeous singing voices, and so it's always like a pleasure to have them doing background vocals on my songs too, and just hear the textures of our voices. And I'm thinking, I think it's in like on High Fashion, Tove is actually in some background vocals. There's this weird like second verse thing that happens that's really cool, I'll tell you, because it's her voice and it's really wild, and she deserves the shout out for that.
Wasn't there some? What was the inspo? I read something the other day about the inspo behind High Fashion, and it's like you read something
on
and
Pinterest?
yeah.
Wait, I really wish I had the Wi-Fi, but
Wait, here, give me your phone.
it's just totally not connecting. Actually, can you try to look it up? We need an iPad.
Yeah, we
You
need an
should have
iPad.
an iPad.
I love iPads.
I do too.
Do you remember when we were supposed to do that that video with the nuns? Do you remember that?
Yeah, I really wanted to make that.
What
work.
happened again? They like weren't in
No,
commission.
they're just I think they were like a little tricky
Yeah,
to
yeah.
sort out, but yeah, that would have been so fun. We still will do that someday.
We will. You know, I haven't smoked in like 6 months.
Really?
Yeah.
Just was there like a bad experience?
I was like making my like I was doing this like comedy album, and I was like every time I would smoke, I'd be like, I don't want to put it out. I don't want to put it out. I don't want to put it out. And then I'd be like, wait, I made it.
Like,
and
I
it's
love
coming
it. I'm
out,
putting it out.
and I love it, and like it's coming out. So like, why feel this way by choice?
Totally. You
know what I
Yeah,
mean?
I totally get that feeling. Wait.
Oh, okay.
So I saw this and I was like, wait, I love the idea of like high fashion. And then I wrote, I mean, you wouldn't really necessarily take this as that, but when I read this, I was like, wait, I want to get high fashion.
Right.
Let's get high
Oh,
fashion.
so you changed it.
Well, yeah, it's completely
Yeah,
different. I mean, yeah, I would better have, or I would have gotten sued. No, but this was very inspiring for it.
Oh, that's sick, actually.
Yeah.
I love your references. Charlie said you have the best references.
I love
It's
her.
true. Okay, are you ready
Yeah,
for the
let's
tell
go.
me what's wrong?
Let's go. Let's get somewhere. Let's come back to Earth.
We need to. Actually, I don't want to. My boyfriend is still in a friend group with his ex. They broke up only a year ago and dated for 3 years. Literally moved in together, the whole 9 yards. I'm not sure if I should be crazy about it or be chill.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, right? That's what I think too.
Be chill. Absolutely not.
No, like I
I'm
would
not
not.
chill. I'm not chill.
How could you be if he moved in with his ex and he's still in a friend group? He sees them every single day? No.
No. I'm also crazy though. Like, I'm my Venus is in Scorpio, so I'm really crazy and intense.
What
so
does your
that's
Venus and
definitely not
Scorpio
happening.
mean? Like, what is that?
It's like the way you love.
Okay.
And so
Understood.
Scorpio's pretty like direct and intense and passionate and like all in. So that just does not work for me.
That doesn't work for me. I'd be like, you need to stop being friends with them.
You're like me or them.
No, like me or them. I'm seriously.
Yeah, I just feel like, to be honest though, I'm really direct when it comes to like communication and like talking to people, and I find a lot of closeness comes from directness, and so I try and always be really honest when I feel like a way about things, and hopefully can come together. So I think if you can have a really open, honest conversation with that person, maybe, I don't know, maybe they'll understand where you're coming from, and then
Yeah, and
can understand why you'd be uncomfortable.
then if they gaslight you, you can be like, you're gaslighting me.
Yeah, exactly. Just call them out.
I stopped being friends with one of my college roommates without telling her. She lets her boyfriend say awful things to our mutual friend, so I stopped reaching out. Should I have told her I'm not her friend, or did I do the right thing by distancing myself silently? I think she should have told her.
I think if you value that person as a long-term friend, you should always tell
It doesn't
them.
sound like they do.
No, right. So but then that's why, okay, I think if you're not that close with that person, then I think slowly distancing yourself is kind of the right way to go about it, because it's like, you know what, this is not going to last much longer than
Right.
this was lasting, so no need to have like an argument about it or try to like fight for this person if you feel that casual about letting them go.
Right.
But if you value them.
And I also feel like you have to look at it from the other, like you have to kind of be empathetic for the other person as well, kind of be empathetic. But like you do, because like
What was her reasoning?
it was like her boyfriend says horrible things to their mutual friend, which is horrible. But like, you should tell her because like, well, she's not going to know what's going on.
Totally.
And,
No,
like,
I totally agree.
And like, she's going to be confused.
Well, especially because it involves somebody else that's in their life that they may not know that they're acting like that, and then
Right.
causing them to lose friends. It's like,
and
maybe
also
you should
like,
know.
I've been in that position where like people have been upset with me and not told me why, and like that is like the worst feeling. And
but do you ask them, or you're like, what's
yes,
wrong?
and then if they don't tell you, it's like a guessing game. It's like,
well, yeah,
it's
but
like
that is
torture.
like showing you who that person is, because
Right.
if they're not going to tell you why you upset them, then you know that they don't even want to work it out.
Right.
You know? It's like an internal
Right.
thing.
My coworker that I have a crush on just got assigned with me on a work project together. I'm up for a big promotion at the end of the summer if everything goes well. So how do I focus and girl boss my way through this? I think you can do both.
I think you can do both as well. You can do it all. You just have to be confident about it.
I'm going into college and I'm previously from an all-girl school. We'll all be living in a co-ed space. Any advice on how to adjust? Was your high school, middle school all girls?
No.
Okay.
I went to co-ed.
I don't know why I thought.
No.
I think I just
Although
made that up.
seems fun.
Yeah.
Like just a bunch of girls and really scary and catty, but like fun.
Yeah, I feel like all-girl school, if I was a girl, would scare the shit out of me.
Totally. I need some masculine energy around me too.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, well, before I let you go, I have 2 questions for you.
Okay.
3 questions for you.
Okay.
Did you have fun?
Yes.
I had a lot of fun with you.
Same. I totally blacked out.
Yeah, same. I don't know what I said. I don't know what just happened. Number 2, so you talk about in headphones on, like putting your headphones on and like blocking out the world in terms of like what you're going through. Like, what is your song that you, when you put your headphones on, like you can block out everything else?
I go through phases with songs that help me do that, but right now and recently, I really loved Hyper Ballad by Bjork. I think that song is so beautiful.
I've never gotten into Bjork.
Oh, you have to listen to this song. It's the most magical, beautiful song
Hyper
ever.
Ballad.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's
I
like
will.
you need to listen to it like alone in the dark.
Okay,
But
okay.
It's really beautiful and like really emotional.
Also, has like Charlie given you like any good advice like going into your debut?
Yeah, I mean, Charlie gives me good advice all the time, actually.
Well, she helped you name Diet Pepsi, no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I played her Diet Pepsi and she was like, oh, why wouldn't you name it? Why wouldn't you call it Diet Pepsi? Like, it's much more interesting. Because I was going to call it Backseat. I actually think Charlie has a song called Backseat too, which is funny. But, which was not as exciting. But then I was like, oh, yeah, might as well like do that.
And then like how, and were you like, oh, like, and then like, I feel like Diet Pepsi, like, did that like inspire the Diet Pepsi like imagery and like or was it always like, did you always like?
Well, it was always gonna be Diet Pepsi because first of all, I love Pepsi actually. My pawpaw's favorite soda was always Pepsi.
Really?
And so I have like really strong memories associated with Pepsi. And obviously all the amazing iconic commercials that always existed in life and performances, Super Bowl performances and stuff. But yeah, my pawpaw loved Pepsi. And so I like wanted to tie something in that, you know, made sense in that context, but also was like something I grew up with. So Pepsi made sense, and syllable wise, it was Diet Pepsi. And I do love Diet Pepsi. I actually think it's way better than the alternatives.
Really?
I actually do. I really fully believe that.
Okay,
So
okay.
I know it's shocking. and
It's
people-
controversial take.
Yeah, I know it is.
Yeah.
But I actually fully believe it's better. And I've actually converted some people. So
I feel like that's such a Louisiana thing. I feel like Britney Spears also like loves Diet
totally.
Pepsi, and like she's
just
always
Pepsi,
Yeah.
period. I think maybe it is a Southern thing, actually.
probably
that It's
is.
super Pepsi based because, yeah, my pawpaw is also obviously from the South.
Do you go home a lot?
I try.
Yeah.
But it's really hard. And I've been working a lot. I feel guilty sometimes about the lack of times I go home in the year, but I am working on prioritizing it much more.
What's it like for you when you go home?
It's fun.
Yeah.
I always see my family and try and spend time with them. My family cooks a lot and they cook really well. So I always try to go and have a home cooked meal.
What's your favorite thing that your family will cook?
Like rice and gravy.
Mm.
Or like gumbo. My mom makes a good gumbo.
Gumbo is my favorite food in the entire world. When I went to Louisiana, I had 4 different servings of gumbo in 24 hours.
You need to come to my family's.
Please. Please.
You would die. My family makes the best food. Like it's really spicy and like
Yep.
really crazy.
I love like
delicious.
a gumbo with sausage and chicken over like jasmine rice.
Yum.
Like that's like
I
my
want that
favorite thing in the
now.
entire
It's so
world.
good. And my family makes like really good baked beans randomly.
Ooh.
Like sweet baked beans.
I feel like there's nowhere to get, I don't know where there's a good place to get gumbo in LA. I haven't had it yet.
No, I don't know.
Yeah.
I wouldn't trust it either. I
Yeah,
think you'd
like-
have to get somebody to make it.
I feel like
Maybe I'll learn how to make it and we can have a little gumbo night.
please.
I need to get
You know,
the
we never got
recipe.
Go Greek. Remember when we were supposed to get Go Greek, and
I'm
we
down
would
to
like
get Go
once a
Greek.
week we'd be like, let's go, and then it just never worked out.
I want Go Greek.
Me too. That sounds good.
Should we get Go Greek?
We should. We should. Okay, and Addison, what did we learn today?
That podcasts are not as scary as I think.
Oh, that makes me really happy that that's what you took from this. That makes me really happy. I'm serious. I learned that if you treat something as fleeting, other people will treat it as fleeting. And I think when you say you treat people the way you want to be treated, that same thing should go for the ideas and the stuff you're putting out.
Yeah.
So treat that content and that idea the way you want it to be received.
Yeah. Aww,
Yeah.
I'm happy that's what you took away from
That
this.
is what I took away. And I love you.
I love you.
And I'm really excited for your album out June 6th.
Thanks.
Addison.
I think it's out already, so go re-listen.
Oh yeah, it's out
Go
already.
re-listen with
It's out.
context.
Listen with context. And I love you.
I love you.
And thank you for coming on.
Thanks, Jake.
Hi, pussies. Welcome back to Therapuss, and welcome back for a special Friday episode. This time, it is with one of my all-time favorite comedians, Whitney Cummings. I'm so honored that we were able to make this work, and I went on her podcast, and she came on mine, and she's just so lovely, so kind, so funny, so quick, so smart, and she makes you feel like family, like after knowing her for an hour, which I think is one of the most incredible qualities. And I really have nothing but love for her. And I'm so excited for you guys to see this episode because it was so awesome to get to talk to her. I either like to do life updates or I like to call pussies in the intro. And I think right now I'm going to call a pussy. Hello?
You're lying.
No, I just got your board at work and I wanted to give you a call.
Oh my god.
Hi.
Hi. Oh my god, I was like freaking out. No way. I literally submitted that yesterday.
I know, we were just going through a few.
Oh my god. Hi, Jake.
What's your name?
I'm Desiree.
Hi, Desiree. I'm Jake. I'm sitting here with Nolan. Say hi to Nolan.
Hi, Nolan.
Hi, Desiree.
Oh my god, this is literally so crazy. I was literally telling my friend yesterday, I was like, the way Jake Shane just meets everyone at Outlaw is insane. Like, I would want to do that.
Yeah, it is pretty insane. Is a great word to describe it. It's pretty insane. How's your day going? Is there anything you're therapist about? Is like what's going on?
Okay, yeah, I actually do have something.
Okay, let's
It's
talk.
such a small thing. Okay, so basically, I had work today. Got called off because the AC was broken. Everyone else gets to work but me, and I won't get compensated for that.
Wait. I'm confused. So work was called off because of the AC, but everyone else is working?
Yeah, like they're working remote, but since like I'm a student worker, like they're like, oh, like you can't work at home, but we're not going to pay you either.
That's not right. And I'm sorry, Desiree.
It's okay. But thank you for your call. It just made my day so much better.
Oh, girl, I'm so happy. Do you want to say hi to the pussies?
Hi, pussies.
They say hi back. Desiree, I love you. I hope your day gets better.
Thank you so much.
Aw.
I hope you have the most amazing day ever.
Oh, you too, Desiree. Hi.
The most amazing day.
Oh, you too. Love her. Love her. Pussies, as always, submit Tell Me What's Wrongs to passthatpuss.com. Submit a name and number if you're feeling fancy. And enjoy the episode. Okay. I love you, pussies. Okay, pussies, welcome back to Therapuss. Today we have a very, very, very special guest, someone I have watched for years and years and years and look up to so much in this comedy space. Welcome to the Therapuss office, Whitney Cummings. Hi, Whitney.
This is big.
This is huge.
I am nervous. I'm actually
You're nervous?
Yes, I'm nervous.
I'm nervous. I remember you're at the Comedy Store tonight, right?
Yes.
I saw you at the Comedy Store like a year ago.
Oh.
I saw you a year ago, and I remember something you said that stuck with me. Because I remember, because comedy is kind of like about like you got to piss people off.
Yeah.
And you said, I don't know if you'll remember this story. You made a joke, and some woman came up to you in the parking lot and yelled at you, and you were like, "Sorry."
Oh, yeah.
How do you deal with shit like that?
You know, I do feel like the YouTube, Reddit, Instagram, TikTok comment section has prepared me for all of that stuff. When it happens in real life, I kind of appreciate it now. I'm like, thank you for not being like
a troll.
A troll. Thank
Yeah.
you for not like doing this in a way that I can't even retaliate. Yeah, but like also publicly doing it. Thank you for doing it to my face. I actually feel like oddly respected when somebody does that. It doesn't happen very often. That was actually, oh God, I'd have to remember. I think that was something I was doing.
Or it was like a blind person. I forget what it was.
Oh, it might have been a blind person.
It was a blind person. You made a blind joke.
Wait, that's really funny. And then there was also somebody who I was saying something about the Chappelle thing.
Right.
And someone was like, Dave Chappelle's not funny, like stood up and yelled at me. Like, and I was just kind of like, this is a weird call. Weird call. Like, I wanted to graze past this. Like, a lot of people come and I blame Matt Rife, love you, but also now everyone in the audience thinks that they're going to get on camera.
Right.
Because of the crowd work videos. People come to comedy shows in cowboy hats, dressed for Coachella, night 2, feather earrings. Like, they are camera ready, face beat, contoured, like ready with their heckle, ready with their thing, because they think they're going to get in a Matt Rife crowd work video and become famous.
Interesting. I didn't know that happened in comedy.
So everyone's really thinks we want their feedback now.
And it's like, I'm
like, hey everyone, I'm from here. And they're like, I'm from Tennessee. And you're like, I don't have a joke for that. That's okay. Like, we've been dating for 6 months. Anything? And I'm like, no, I'm not going to make fun of you.
Do you ever tell people, like, shut up?
Sometimes. I can do that with my energy pretty well. Sometimes I just let them keep talking.
And is Grace O'Malley opening for you?
Oh my gosh. Grace O'Malley is doing now 6 cities with me, but I think I'm going to bring her on more and more. I'm obsessed with her. I cannot get enough of her energy. I'm just, So from Play and Brie, you guys know her.
Yeah, everyone knows Grace O'Malley. She's the best. And it's just, the story is so sweet. For those who don't know, she was like, she did your podcast or you did her podcast?
I went to Barstool Sports, I don't know, a couple years ago to promote a special or something, and she ran up to me in the lobby and was like, I'm such a big fan, I love you. And I really appreciate that. Like, I'm sure you have people that come up to you. It gets a little weird at first when you're, but like, I really appreciate it. Yeah, to me, I'm such an acquired taste. And if somebody runs up to me and loves me that much, I'm like, can we be friends? And they're like, I kind of just wanted a photo. And I'm like, what's your number? Want to hang out? And they're like, no, I'm good. My fans have to get a restraining order against me at this point. And so I just appreciated that vulnerability so much. And I appreciated her like honesty, and she was flustered. And then it's like, for someone like you to have know me or be inspired by me, whatever it is, like that.
Whitney, I've been watching you since I was a kid. Like
that. Okay, let's easy.
No.
Easy. I feel attacked. I would like to talk to human resources.
It's not that crazy.
Okay. But it's like, to me, it's just like the coolest thing to be like, I think you're so cool. If I had anything to do with that, if a cool person likes me, I guess I must be cool. It's just whatever. We're all insecure. Being successful never makes that insecurity go away, So when fans are cool, there's nothing better than that. It makes it all worth it, all this, insanity. And so then I did their podcast.
Yes.
And she's just like...
She's hilarious.
That's also the... you guys are inventing this new thing that's not necessarily like you guys are going on stage and writing jokes, but you're fearlessly, authentically yourselves. And I'm learning a lot from you guys, because I'm like, wait a second, but I have to write this perfect joke. And it's like, no, you might just have to be raw and unfiltered and honest in this moment.
It's like, it's so interesting you say that, because I do feel comedy changing a bit. I did my first ticketed live show the other week, and I remember all my friends saying to me, be very careful, Jake. It's not stand up. If it was stand up, we would tell you to cancel it. You haven't written a single joke. You haven't done anything. And I got up there and I just told stories for an hour straight.
Heaven.
Which is stand up in a way.
It's absolutely stand up. And also stand up is changing. I agree, because jokes, stand up before Twitter and the internet and stuff, it was you could do anything. But now memes, people see memes all day. They see funny tweets all day. So by the time they go to a comedy club or to go see you, granted they're coming to see you specifically, but they don't need to see a hard joke. They've already seen a lot of hilarious memes that day. They've seen funny tweets. They've seen all kinds of videos and whatever. And so by the time they see you, they want to see something personal, something different, something surprising. Comedy's just about surprising people, which, by the way, I never tell stories and I'm working on it.
You're a great storyteller.
The only reason I agreed to do this is because I have a story that I've never told publicly that I think you would like.
Tell me right now. I need to know. What is it about?
Lana Del Rey.
Tell me! What is it?
I think I have maybe the best Lana Del Rey story.
Please, I need to know.
No, I know. It's why I'm here. And now I'm being an edger. I feel leveraged.
You're edging
So
me.
I'm just holding.
Okay, you're going to withhold?
Okay, so I don't know if you remember. So Lana Del Rey, obsessed. Right. When the video games video came out, what were you, in utero?
I was 11.
Were you, was the coat hanger hitting you in the side of the head? Your mom was trying
to end.
She was fuck. And so I was so mesmerized by her.
Right.
And I know a lot of people were very jealous of her. There was a lot, that video games video got like 50 million views. Like this was kind of like, was she one of the first sort of musicians to kind of make it on YouTube first?
No, she was one of the
Never
first
disagree
musicians.
with me in front of my fans.
No.
Unbelievable.
She was one of the she joined the first was like, it was like Justin Bieber. That was
of course.
But
okay.
Lana really, what she did was pave the way for kind of this dark pop.
Got it.
This
Moody, melancholy.
Moody mainstream pop, because that's what she did.
That's what felt different to me about it. It was
Yeah.
like you would see these sort of like,
Right.
pop, traditional, mainstream, and then she was like just doing her own thing.
Yeah.
I was like, I feel like I'm watching like film noir on YouTube.
Right.
Like, she's not like trying to cater to mainstream. Whatever it was, I was mesmerized, obsessed. And she felt like next coming of like Fiona Apple
Totally.
mixed with some Marilyn Manson, just like, I don't know, with Shirley Manson. Like she just seemed like so original and I got obsessed with her. And she got SNL.
Sorry.
Oh, excuse me.
It's my breathing alarm.
That was my IUD. Is that your breathing alarm? Do you do like a...
No, it's my, okay, so I had this therapist.
Okay.
She was a TikTok therapist, which I didn't know until 10 sessions in, and that's when I fired her, because I was
Okay.
like, you can't be famous on TikTok and be my therapist. She was like telling me, like we were talking, and the only helpful thing she ever told me to do is set a breathing alarm. And it's the most unhelpful thing ever, because I don't breathe.
She's like, I think I know how to get your views up.
Yeah.
I'm going to need you to be more vulnerable in your videos.
Yeah, I was like, wait, what's going on here?
Yeah.
I was like, some things are, because she was like, we were talking, and she was like, I'm famous on TikTok too. And I was like,
What? I'm so sorry?
yeah, and I saw an ad for her on my YouTube the other day.
That was paid.
And I was like,
That was paid.
This is just not right.
She
I'm
paid
happy
for
I
that.
have.
She put in her credit card number, expiration date, like she paid for that ad.
Which we will get to after you finish edging me with this Lana Del Rey story.
Okay, I don't even know. I don't even know where to start because I have been sitting on this story for so long. It's a pretty infamous story in my personal life, but I've never told it publicly, and I hope it doesn't get me in trouble. It for sure will. Whatever. I'm in TikTok jail in so many ways because I did a video about how the Disney castles are made of dicks, and so now this is demonetized.
You're in trouble
also.
for that?
You're not supposed to say that. Okay, so Lana Del Rey. That video came out after I had been doing a TV show on NBC, a sitcom that had my name on it. No one was really doing multi-camera sitcoms at the time. It was like The Office and Community and these single camera shows. So the difference, which y'all know, iCarly, Friends, Reba, those shows that have a live studio audience. Big Bang Theory, right? So that's a multi-camera show, which people think of as more corny, but they're more successful.
Yes.
They're more syndicated.
How I Met Your Mother.
Wizards of Waverly Place. So the single camera shows are kind of like cooler. They kind of win Emmys, but the multi-camera shows like the Big Bang Theories are more like commercially successful.
Right.
So I'm like, you know what? I'm a comedian. My inspirations were like Roseanne. I watched that show growing up, multicams, Seinfeld, stuff like that. So I get a deal with NBC after I've done, a special, and they're like, we want to do like a multicam, like a traditional multicam. They're also cheaper to make, and they make more money in the long run. So I'm like, great, I'll do that. I do it on NBC. The Office is after me, which is like the critically acclaimed, super subtle, everyone's dry, and I'm like on this multicam doing like hard jokes, so I get publicly trashed in a way that no one had really been publicly trashed. I certainly had not seen it. Publicly dragged.
For your show.
For the show. There were billboards everywhere. It had, I think, the biggest ad campaign because I
remember the show.
And this isn't me being arrogant. I did test very well. So, it tested very well. There was all the science. They did this $100 million ad campaign. They were everywhere. And bless the hearts of the people that did the ad campaign, but they marketed it like a corny sitcom. And it was like me, holding a beach ball. I was 26 years old. I had no idea what the fuck I was doing. I was just and they put these taglines that they took from my tweets that were kind of silly. And, it was a traditional multicam.
Right.
On a network where people were winning Emmys for single cam. So dragged. It was like Twitter, just dragged, destroyed. In a way, I didn't really know it was happening because I was working so much, but I would go places and people would be like, how you doing?
That's the worst. It's don't remind me. I didn't know.
But I didn't even know. And I was like, I'm great. Everyone treating me like I have cancer.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, how you doing? And then when people start consoling you for something that you don't even know is happening, hey, they're just jealous.
And you're like, what are you
Who's
talking
jealous?
about?
What are you talking about? They just don't get it.
That's why you don't bring that shit up to people.
Don't listen to the haters.
Yeah.
Don't listen to them.
You're like, I didn't even know there were.
They're just jealous. Who? So I'm so paranoid. I don't know what's happening. And then I make the brutal mistake one day of Googling myself and I'm like, okay, got it.
Yeah.
So it's bad. again, I come from comedy. I come from the roasts. Like I did the Joan Rivers roast and Donald Trump roast and
God.
you know, that kind of stuff. So I'm used to this brutal, you know, I have thick skin. I'm young and at the time and kind of like any attention is good attention.
Right.
Like, my rent is being paid. Who gives a shit?
Who gives
like,
a
I was
fuck?
able to pay off my like student loans and
Right.
shit. And I'm just like, oh, if a couple people on the internet hate me, like fine. Like you don't want to fuck me? Cool. Like, you live in Pensacola. Like I like trolling. Like they're like you're ugly, and I'm like I agree. Like I know like you can't really hurt someone who already hates themselves. You know
I always say that.
I love that.
I always say that. You know who else? I said that's my favorite. One of my favorite shows. Girls. They have a good. It's my favorite show of all time, and they have Lena Dunham has this quote, and she says, "Anything you've said to me, I've said to myself, and worse in the past 30 minutes. So nothing
like
you say
in
can
a
hurt
mirror,
me."
like with the razor blade, like you know what I mean? Like what are we saying? Like that's how I make myself come in the mirror, like saying what you just misspelled in my comment section, you know? So yeah, so it's a lot of like, dude, we have a lot in common. We actually should hang out. I agree with everything you're saying about me. You know, so it just kind of, you know, and maybe I should have been more sensitive to it at the time. I'd come from an alcoholic home. You know, negativity kind of felt like a warm hug in a weird way. You know what I mean? But then I did do the auto block. You know, on Instagram, you can auto block words.
Oh, I didn't know that.
You can auto block comments, but
what were some words you blocked?
I was going to say, you really have to look in the mirror when you're writing those out.
You're like,
I don't want us to get demonetized, but it was like,
yeah, it doesn't matter.
Cunt, unfunny, whore, slut, busted.
And you're like writing these out. And you're like, maybe I'm not.
I know. I'm like, is this my like boundaries or my suicide note? I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm learning a lot about myself. But whatever. Again, like being a woman in comedy was sort of like, this is so rare. Like I already was prepared for like you're in a boys club, like you're a woman talking who has opinions. Like when, you know, a man was like, you're not funny. I was like, the fact that you even watch the special at all makes you a radical feminist. If you don't think, it's like a man going to a WNBA game and being like, oh, this game sucks. It's like, well, you went to a WNBA game. Like, you don't have to then like it, you know? So
just go.
I was just so grateful that anyone gave a shit, you know? And so I'm getting trashed like big. Like big TV critics, like people that I was fans of, like this guy, Alex Sulkin, he wrote on like The Family Guy. It was like, it was like got really popular to like make fun of me and make me like a punching bag. It's fine now. It's kind of it went the other way and now it's kind of like cool to like me or something. Like it's ironically cool.
That's society.
Yeah. So totally. So it was like, now people like kind of, whatever. But it was a wild time.
Right.
And then I remember Zoe Lister-Jones, an actress on the show, shows me Lana Del Rey's video on set of this NBC show. I'm just transfixed by her, obsessed, right? And it gets really big, and she gets asked to do Saturday Night Live.
Oh, I remember.
She does Saturday Night Live.
Yes.
And is destroyed publicly.
Yeah.
Now, look, I can't really speak for the performance. I don't really care.
Right.
But at the time, she hadn't really performed live.
It was her. I think it was her first televised performance.
Okay, exactly. So it's like there's all these like you guys YouTube like the fact that you just went on stage and told stories for people, like it's a different trajectory now. It's like the YouTubers, like you guys are talking to camera, you're talking to each other, and then all of a sudden, I mean, being in front of a live studio audience, not better, not worse, is a skill over time. Like I've had to learn the skill of stop yelling. You're just in a room with 4 people and they're doing this and I'm still screaming as if I'm performing for 2,000 people. You know, so I need to learn your skill, and then you guys have to learn the skill of going on stage.
I yell all the time.
I was gonna say it's like, but like you're on stage, it just comes natural to you. But like Lana Del Rey, like just in her defense at the time, like she hadn't done. Most musicians, they do clubs and then they do and then by the time they get to SNL, they're like have been live performers for a while. You know, she is destroyed in a way that, I mean, it was shock. It takes a lot to like shock me. It was shocking.
I remember I was young at the time, but I remember being such a big fan of hers and being so sad for her. I remember feeling so upset for her. I remember how nasty the memes out of that were. Like, I was like, oh God, like that.
It was Twitter. She was trending on Twitter like for weeks.
Yeah.
And it went on and it went on, and she just became this punchline. And after like 2 or 3 weeks, it felt like this has nothing to do with her anymore.
Right.
It's just like for sport
to
try to humiliate this beautiful woman that like kind of failed, but also kind of didn't in a way. She did something super brave and ballsy, and maybe her managers should have told her no. Maybe she didn't even have any managers at the time. Whatever it was, like I think there's this like we get really tribal in our public shamings, and it was like the first time the internet. I'm not gonna say the first time. I'm not an internet historian, but like it was the first time I recall being like, this is just they need to stand down. This is just like too far.
Right.
If this girl blows her brains out, like she's not a comedian. She's not. No one was defending her. Everyone just let it happen. And I'm thinking of now, I finally understand kind of how the media works at this point. All these pedophiles that run the media, I don't know, whatever. When they're not on Epstein Island vacationing, it's like all these like men that run these websites. And I'm like, you guys are green lighting these articles and allowing all this just because it's getting more traction. And it just felt like someone needed to do something or say something.
Right.
And I'm not a cry misogyny person. I'm like female comedian, never talked about it being harder. Like, but this just felt so like she's beautiful and successful and people need to like her. It felt sadistic.
Yeah, it did.
Tumblr at the time was where I like to exercise my First Amendment right.
What was your Tumblr?
It was called Princess Complex.
Mine was Far Beyond the Walls.
Dramatic.
Yeah, I know.
So dramatic.
I know. Continue.
Did it have like the cast of the craft on top?
It was Hunger Games themed.
Amazing.
Like,
was it Elizabeth Banks?
Yeah, it was Jennifer Lawrence mostly.
Okay.
And then I saw a trailer for the documentary Bully on Tumblr once, and it made me scared of social media, and I deleted my Tumblr.
And by the way, can we get back our old Tumblr? Everything's gone.
I miss it. You know what? The guy who created Tumblr went to my high school. If you're listening to this, please let me bring back my old Tumblr.
Just like revive it.
Yes.
Yeah, like, can we get the content back?
I want to see what it was.
Like a yearbook or something of like your Tumblr now.
Oh, that'd be so cool.
Wouldn't that be so cool?
They definitely have it. Nothing goes away.
Anyway, so I go on my Tumblr and I write a very long diatribe chastising everybody that was attacking Lana Del Rey and defending her.
Okay.
And it's very well written, if I must say myself.
Yeah.
The next day, it's on Vulture, which is New York Magazine's thing. It's like gets picked up everywhere. Like Whitney Cummings, who, got trashed, is now defending Lana Del Rey.
Right.
You know what I mean? So the story was kind of like, oh, like whatever. And then they found a way to trash me more. But I was like, you know what? Like, I know you know Drew Afwalo. Like,
yes, love her.
I love her. She's on my podcast. She's going to open for me on a couple dates too.
Oh, no way.
And do stand up on some Southern California dates. I conned her into that. But she says something that I love, where she goes, I just like to stand in front of people. And I loved that. But I kind of was just like, I was like, you know what? I can take it.
Right.
Give it to, like, let me take the heat back off Lana. This is like my own little mission happening. Right. And then leave her alone. So I do that. It like gets picked up everywhere. And then it starts to kind of die down. And I very much like felt like I jumped on a grenade for her. Like I felt like I like took a bullet for her. And I was like, you know what? Like what a fun, cool way to like what people say now, like use your platform or whatever.
Right.
It's like, I'm just this trash gutter bitch. Yeah. I can handle all this. Like anything you guys are saying, like my dad said to me when I was a child, you know what I mean? So it's like, I'm fine with it. Leave her alone. She's too sensitive. You've listened to her music.
Yeah.
She's like so sensitive and emo, like she can't take it. Right. A couple months pass and I'm at the Chateau Marmont.
Oh, wow.
Chateau Marmont.
So Lana's there.
Chateau Marmont Hotel with all of the writers that worked on the show that I was on. It was like 12 writers. Lana Del Rey walks in. And I'm like, you guys.
Yeah.
Gotta go say hi.
Yeah, like, it's the girl I jumped on the grenade
Like, I
for.
have to go.
Yeah. She's expecting me,
I have
actually.
to go let her say thank you.
Yeah, like.
To me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, you know. And I'm like, okay. When I tell you I've never walked this way before or since. Like I walked like I can't even explain the gait. Just like it was like I'm here.
Yeah. Like
hey, here I am.
It's me.
It's me. Like was waiting for she's in like a white apron. I mean, she can make anything look cool. She was in like something wild. And I'm like, Lana. And she like turns around like, she was a little skittish at the time anyway. But it's a Chateau Marmont where like everybody's kind of something. And she looks at me and I'm of course like, yeah. 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 I don't even know what that emotion is. That just like
come here, girl.
Come here. Come to mom. Come on. Get over here. And she's like when I tell you, and I'm like, it's me, it's Whitney. Hey, like, how are you? And she was like, I'm just so grateful to be doing what I'm doing. It's like, she had like a canned kind of answer.
Oh, she didn't know.
For like fans.
Oh, no. Okay.
And she's like, I'm just so grateful to be doing what I'm doing, especially at a time that's, so chaotic in the music business. And I was like,
thank you.
Oh.
Yeah.
And I'm standing there, and then like her security guard kind of just like cups her in or something. And I'm like, I have like 12 people at a table behind me watching this interaction that have lived this day by day drama of me being like, what's going on with Lana is disgusting. Yeah. I'm posting about it. And then Vulture posted, and I think she's good now. I mean, like I was like, I have to turn around and face that table.
Did you lie? I would have lied.
Well, no, they saw the whole thing. I mean, they saw her be like,
yeah.
And so I have to like slowly like turn around and face all these people that just watched me completely get like ignored by Lana Del Rey. And I turn around and they're all just like it's so bad. So
oh my God.
So then I went up to her like 20 minutes later and asked for a photo. So I have a photo of us from that night. I should send it to you.
You have to send it to me because we must include it.
Yeah.
In this.
I mean, I think she was like probably just, it's like in a dissociative state of being so famous. And the same way that like I had no idea what was going on, she probably just had no clue any of it was happening. And I want to be like, I fought a war for you.
Yeah. Like
and she
on
just
fucking
had
Tumblr.
I had for no reason.
Yeah.
No reason at all.
Can I say that is so something that I would do? And I
Martyrs.
resonate with you.
So
and
Scorpio.
So Scorpio. I empathize.
So Scorp.
And I would have supported you in that moment.
But I still like take credit. Like when someone's like, Lana Del Rey, I'm like, yeah. Oh, I know her.
Yeah.
I know her. I saved her life. Jumped in front of a car. Like I truly believe I like protected her from like heartbreak.
And you know what?
And pain.
That's your truth.
It is. And it's true.
And it's true.
And the truth is true.
Well, honestly, now I'm just curious. What's your favorite Lana album and song?
I gotta say, I still listen to video games.
Yeah.
Like, maybe it's because it was like to me the best drug on the planet. I haven't tried all of them, but is nostalgia.
Stop. Yeah.
And the more chaotic the world gets, and the more you like turn on your whatever phone, and it's like video games. Like I'm now back.
Right.
To like it brings up a more innocent thing,
right.
Yes. I guess that's what it is. I also love that she's just like dating a police officer.
She's working in a Waffle House.
Why am I obsessed with her? But remember all the like conspiracy theories going around in the beginning that she was like a plant. She was like an industry plant.
They say that about if you are successful in the music industry, they will say that to you.
Who do you think is one? Like, is there someone that we can look to?
Okay, are you ready for
like
this?
Milli Vanilli?
Rita Ora.
Okay.
Because like
she's everywhere. She's at the Met Gala. How? Well, she's married to or isn't she married to Taika Waititi? Did I pronounce that right? She's married to a really famous director.
Well,
like a
plant. Well, I'd love to ask you what you're therapist about today. Because comedians always have the best answers.
Oh my gosh.
Like what is like grinding your gears? What's making you angry? It's a safe space to talk about anger.
Can you go first?
Yeah. What am I therapist about today? What am I therapist about today? I'm honestly in a pretty good mood today. I'm really angry that every morning. I'm angry about a few things. I'm watching this new Elizabeth Moss show.
The Veil?
The Veil! And it's amazing. And there's only 4 episodes. And it's a really, really mini series. I thought there was going to be like 8 episodes. I'm really invested. And there's only 4 episodes.
They're not dropping more.
No, because normally when they're dropping more, it'll say upcoming. And it just says 4.
Are you sure?
I mean, we'll find out today. Today's the day that the new one drops. But I think there's only 4.
Do you want me to ask the producer?
Please. Will you please?
Hold on, yes.
It's my favorite show right now.
Denise Denovi.
Oh my God, it's amazing.
I did a movie with her back in the day. Sorry, you guys aren't going to hear this, and you can cut this out if this is boring.
No, it's not boring. It's not boring to me. What's the Veil about?
Uh-huh.
It's okay. So it's about Elizabeth Moss.
It's 6 episodes.
Oh, thank God.
You have 2 more coming.
I'm not angry anymore.
You've been blue-balled, but you're good.
Elizabeth Moss is an agent for MI6, I think, or she's just like a spy agent. And they're basically trying to figure out if this woman is basically just a woman that has had unfortunate luck or is a top female commander in ISIS.
Did you watch Killing Eve?
No, I've never seen Killing Eve.
It's been a pleasure. I'm out of here.
Is it that good?
What?
I've never seen it.
Yes, it's that good.
And is it like, does it keep you on your toes type thing? Like
on your camel toe. Yes, it does.
Like, what's it about?
It's so sexy. It's so smart. It's about Sandra Oh is, I think she's an MI6 or some kind of spy or whatever.
Right.
And then what's her name? She's amazing. The girl in it who plays Villanelle is an assassin. And Sandra Oh is like stalking her to try to find her, but Villanelle like falls in love with it's heaven.
Oh, I'm gonna start
heaven
this.
on earth.
Because I'm like down bad right now. Like I have nothing to watch. I'm watching the Planet of the Apes franchise.
That's kind of wild. Are you a comedy person or do you like drama?
I like thrillers because I don't know why I'm not a comedy person.
You did Game of Thrones already,
yes.
and then the chair.
I only laugh at. I only find, and I'm not even just saying this for brownie points. I really and truly mean this. I only find women funny. So
That's funny.
I don't find. The only man I laugh at is Pete Davidson. It's the only one I'll laugh at.
Wild.
Other than that, Joan Rivers, Kristen Wiig, you, Heather McMahon, Maya Rudolph,
God.
Chelsea Handler. I only find Amy Poehler. I only find women funny. The only comedy shows I will ever watch are female-led ones.
Interesting.
So I'll watch Abbott Elementary.
Cute.
I'll watch Girls.
Sure.
I used to watch Inside Amy Schumer. I used to watch After Lately.
Have you seen Dairy Girls?
No, I need to.
I had just heard about it and watched it. It's ridiculous.
Really?
It's total madness. It's very funny.
Okay,
the Irish accent is a little tough, but once you get over it, it's like kind of funny.
I'm gonna try out Schitt's Creek. Oh, I used to watch Insecure.
Schitt's Creek is fantastic.
Yeah,
like the best. We loved it.
So what are you pissed about? I'm not letting you go on this one. There must be something.
I guess I'm pissed at a couple things. But they sound so vain and work related.
That's important. That's what this is for.
Because it's embarrassing that I even care. And the fact that I care about this in front of someone who is big on this platform, getting in like TikTok jail, like it does.
It's the worst feeling in the entire world. I'm here to validate you. It is the worst feeling in the entire world.
It feels like high school and I'm not invited to a party. And I know that's like not what it should be. It should just be like, oh, because of their robot, I shouldn't have said vaccine injury in a joke. You know what I mean? It's like kind of that simple. But like, because I did the remember the Miranda Cosgrove sound that went viral from my podcast? It was like,
yes, I forgot that was your podcast. Oh my God.
Like, what's your favorite curse word?
Yeah.
And she said, probably fuck. And so I have like videos that have like 56 million views. And then now they're like, low and I don't know what to, and I think that it's like brings up a very deep seated need to people please and shapeshift to get approval. So it's like, I feel like I finally got to a point in my life where I'm like, this is who I am. If you don't take it or leave it, I'm a little off. I'm definitely an acquired taste. Like a lot of men are going to go, gross, you're too loud. A lot of women are going to go like, I don't know, she's too this or whatever. It doesn't have to be gendered. It's like, there's some people fuck with you and some people don't. It's that simple. Half of it has to do with you. Half of it has to do with them. Half of it has to do with Mercury and retrograde.
Yeah.
Half of it has to do with what they had for, it's just like, what someone thinks of me, it's like, has nothing to do with me. It's kind of none of my business, RuPaul 101, like whatever. But like, I'm having this stuff come up that is like, well, what if I do videos like this? And what if I'm this person? And maybe I'm like this guy. And maybe I'm like comment guy. Maybe I'm like roast girl. And I'm like, I haven't felt that people pleasing thing for a while. And it's embarrassing me and making me mad. And I'm kind of just shutting down and going like, whatever, TikTok's getting sold and it's going away and it's going to be like Vine. And I want to be avoidant and just shut down. And I'm mad at myself for caring so much, but then I vacillate back and forth of going like, no, this is just good at business. Like Katy Perry 101. And like, you just need to do this for your job. And like, this is self-care and blah, blah, blah. But it is taking up a lot of real estate in my brain.
Yeah.
And because then I go, oh, well, I should do this because this is how you get in the algorithm. But then I'm like, but then if these two comedians see me doing this, they're going to think I'm corny.
Oh God. It's like high school.
Do you have those people in your brain that you're kind of posting for sometimes or that are like heckling you in the back of your mind? Like I will literally go like, can't post this, Chris Rock will see it.
Yes, it's not who people would like think it is, but I do have those people. My issue is like when your career is like stand up, you've been at it forever, you've been on TV, you've had shows. When your career is primarily based in social media, when your views are down and you think people don't think you're funny, oh my God, like you can ask them, like it ruins me. Like I get in the worst creative rut because it makes me not want to put anything out, which is why I'm so excited to go on tour and like do shit because there is not like crack is like hearing people laugh in person.
Yep.
And like
here's what I'll say, and this is like, I think that doing stand-up is like, okay, I've written this hour, I've taken it on tour, I put it out there, like take it or leave it. It's me, but it's also like I've curated these jokes and I've created this art thing, piece. Whereas social media, it's like, you're not rejecting this art piece I made, you're rejecting me.
Right.
Because this is me.
Yeah.
So I get why it hurts more, because you're like, it's saying like my personality didn't get approved, opposed to this like art piece I made that can be a little bit separate of.
You just need to like my only advice is you just
kill yourself.
No.
Blow my brains out.
You keep posting and you just do what the fuck ever it is you do. And you just post and post and post and post, and those who will catch on, and those who won't.
And I find myself doing the compare and despair, where I'm like, well, this person's doing this, and this person's doing this, and why do people like that? And then you kind of start to have this sort of negativity towards an audience, and you start going like, people like this,
right?
You know what I mean?
Yes. Oh my god.
And then you move through the world, and you're like, are you? Someone cuts you off in traffic, and you're like, oh, you're the one that follows that mommy blogger.
Yes.
Like, let me guess. Like, it starts to make you kind of like negative about people in general, and I just like, I'm really mad at myself that I'm allowing myself to go there, because then I'm doing a lot of like, oh, this is doing well.
I mean, it makes sense. I feel like comedy is one of the most. I remember, I think I saw this in the Joan Rivers documentary, which I talk about all the time.
Amazing piece of work. Genius.
And she talks about how insecure us as comedians are. Or like, you know, it's like you are getting on stage and you're like, laugh at me. Like, with me, at me, don't care, laugh.
Something I love is like, becoming a comedian, we do it to control how we're embarrassed.
Yes.
And embarrassment is like the ultimate, sorry, I know this word is really overused, but like trigger for me. And when you're like, these views are down, or people can see these views or whatever, and you're like, well, that's embarrassing. Like that, and I can't control it. I can't like joke about it. I can't transmogrify it or sublimate it into something else, you know? And it's just like, how have I gotten to this point where I'm like, I felt like I had my self-worth under control, and I wasn't defining myself through my productivity and through awards and through money. Like I was actually like at a place of self-love, and now I'm like, you know, and as a comic, like, you know, it's, you know, I had someone on and we were talking about conspiracy theories, and I guess you can't really do that. And I think I get mad about like they're trying to silence us, and and then it turns into a much bigger thing for me.
It's the embarrassment turned anger.
Yes.
That's what it is.
When I'm embarrassed, everyone's on notice.
Everyone's on notice. I'm angry. I'm angry at the world.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so hyper defensive. And then when the worst is when someone will be like, but just try to do this. Just, you can do it. Like, I do these like skits on like, that's like my whole shtick.
Yeah.
And I couldn't do skits for 4 months. I couldn't do them for 4 months. It was impossible. And people like Louise kept saying like, just do a skit. It's not that hard. I'm like, you don't understand.
You get paralyzed.
Because the only way I can do these comedy things is when I feel so confident in myself.
Yeah.
When I don't feel confident in myself, I'm like this shell of who I am. I'm so on defense. Everyone's on notice, like you said. And I just get bitter and angry at the world, and I get really creatively stuck, and I get really in my own head.
Same, because I'm like, I don't know who I'm creating this for. And then I go on there, and then I'm like, well, if you guys think this is funny, you know what I mean? Or what am I doing? Cooking tips? Should I make dinosaur-shaped pancakes? You pigs? You know what I mean? Then I'm like, I don't want to, like, I pout.
Right.
And I go like, I'm so afraid of failing that I'm going to make it my idea that I fail. Or like, I'm not going to play. I can't lose if I don't play. I'm just going to sit this. I'm going to take my toys and go home.
I'm going to give up now.
If I can't be number one.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, bitch, like, can you not be number 3, number 4 every now and then? Can you not, like, are those the options? Radical self-love if you have everything you want, and then you hate yourself if an algorithm doesn't go your way. I get mad at myself that I'm still like looking to things I can't control for approval. And what I forget is adversity is what makes us funny in the first place. And struggling tooth and nail for attention is what drives us, you know? So I also don't want to get in a place where everything's so easy that I'm creatively stunted, because we've seen the people that kind of have everything and then they start to
plateau,
be delusional. I mean,
yes,
The Rock is selling shampoo. He doesn't have hair.
Is he really? Is it doing well? Do you know The Rock is selling shampoo?
Does he know he's selling it?
Yeah, like,
does he even know about it?
Do you know I'm pretty sure he's the most profitable and followed person in the world.
I think correct. I think this is correct. But I think more like comedians, artists and stuff, I think when things start getting too easy for them, they stop being as interesting creatively. So
Yes.
it's like adversity is what makes us interesting, which makes us work. So like, okay, if my adversity I've worked so hard to make sure that there's no drama in my life, you know, to control the amount of adversity I can. I'm not like masochistic anymore. I don't date addicts. I don't date narcissists anymore. I don't hurt myself in that way. So it's like, okay, if the hardest thing that happened to me today is that I didn't get the views I wanted, like life's going pretty well.
Life's going pretty well.
You know what I mean?
As long as the bills are paid, the people around me are happy.
It's my ego.
Yeah.
It's just totally my ego's bruised.
Yeah. I get it.
You know, and it's kind of like, but then you have to like face all your like, am I relevant? Am I not relevant? But like, there's people that are like Donald Glover, you know, he will go away for 2 years. 2 years. And then he'll resurface and we're like, what's he doing? What's he up to? Beyonce is like, when she's gone, she's gone.
Yeah.
And then she will drop something in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like, I always have to remember, like, you can go away for a while.
Yeah.
You can let people miss you.
You can.
You can go
and you've been working for so long. You can let yourself do that.
This is an opportunity to recharge your battery.
Yeah.
This is an opportunity to grow emotionally. And in order for art to imitate life, you have to have a life.
Right.
So it's like maybe TikTok is trying to tell you, like, you know what, go away, go on vacation.
Right.
Go get some new stories, go get some new jokes, go write your book, go, you know, recharge yourself. So when you come back, you're not just going to be doing a bad impression of yourself, you know?
100%.
So it's like, I try to just go like, okay, the universe might just be telling me to go grow and evolve a little bit. And this is your opportunity.
100%.
You know? And oh, dude, mad at myself.
I get it.
I'm mad at a lot of things. I have like little pet peeves about like stuff like that. Pedophiles, I'm kind of mad at.
I would get that. I would understand that.
It's kind of like after watching the iCarly thing, like, I mean, Miranda Cosgrove, full disclosure, is a good friend of mine. But like, child acting, what do we think?
I always yelled at my parents because I was always like, why didn't you make me a child actor? Why didn't you do like, why aren't I famous yet?
Why aren't I famous yet?
And they were like, my parents lived in LA for so long and they were like, we would never do that to you.
But like, I think it should just be, child labor is illegal.
Right.
Why is it okay with acting? I think we want kids shows for kids to watch. I think that like, if there's an iCarly, Louise has to run it. You know, like, I'm just saying, young people have to make shows about young people.
Right.
It's going to be messy. You know, the scripts are going to be misspelled. And also you have to like be of a certain age to watch it. 65-year-old men don't get to watch iCarly. And 65-year-old men don't get to make iCarly.
Right.
You know what I mean? So like 18-year-olds get to make shows about 15-year-olds. Like,
I agree.
We just have to start doing that. I don't know. There's got to be some kind of solution here because it's getting ooky. I mean, this is also a business that was built on the back of a 4-year-old toddler named Shirley Temple. So like,
oh my God,
so just sketchy.
Sketchy
shit.
Yeah,
ooky shit.
Well, speaking of sketchy shit.
Okay, give me. Was that too serious? Was that boring?
No. That was fascinating.
Also, Shirley Temple, I have full body chills.
Okay. I
full body
encourage
chills
anybody.
over Shirley Temple?
Yeah,
justice.
About, justice.
Justice for Shirley Temple is my main cause, except besides Marilyn Monroe.
I can't even imagine what happened to her.
Okay, so she was starring in movies. Every movie she's in, she's like with a bunch of sailors at war. There's no mom in sight. There's not like a baby. It's just her and a bunch of men. And she's like sitting on their laps, like tap dancing for them and stuff. There is a music video called Good Ship Lollipop where she's like on all these men's lap. They put a cake in her face and then she has like white on her nose. And then these men are kissing her. It is wild. And she's 4 in the movie, which means it takes a year to make a movie. So that means she was cast at like 2.5. They shot it at 3. It came out when she was 4. Yuck, dude.
Yeah.
Yucko.
Whatever. I mean, I'll ask you about this after, but I do want to know what happened in her life. Like, how old did she live to?
There was an appearance recently. I love how like TV used to just, it would be on and then it would go away.
Right.
But like TikTok is like showing us all this TV that we like miss. Like, have you seen like Prince like would do these interviews where he would like talk about like chemtrails and all these conspiracy theories? Oh. And everyone's like, how do we not know he would just like mouth off about stuff like that? It was like, because it would air and then go away. It's so weird to think about. But there was, Shirley Temple was on some interview talking about how she went to an audition once when she was 13 and the guy had his like pants off. But she's kind of like laughing about it.
Is she still alive?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so. I think she like moved to Florida and now she's a delicious drink at Applebee's.
Do you know about the Tell Me What's Wrongs?
No.
Okay, so the pussies write in and they tell us what's wrong and we give them advice and we prescribe
I don't know
things.
what the... Okay, yes. No,
okay.
I know about the
Are you
concept.
ready to give some advice?
Yeah, let's go.
My mother's ex-boyfriend somehow found out our location. We were traveling and he traveled across the country to, quote, surprise us. He's not the greatest guy, so I don't like him as a person very much. My mom doesn't see any problems with him. I think she just wants dick. That reads creepy to me.
Hold on. Can I see that?
Yeah, here.
Thank you so much. Hold on. My mother's ex-boyfriend found our location, traveled across the country. Not the greatest guy. Mom doesn't see problems. It's how old is he, I wonder? Are your parents together?
Yeah.
Okay. So you have that trauma.
Yeah.
That to me seems so much more traumatic.
You know.
Because then is it hard to find love because you've like seen real love?
Yeah,
I'll
my
settle for anything.
parents aren't really lovey-dovey. I don't really like know what love I want. Like, you know, I go on dates and I'm like, what am I even looking for?
Right.
I don't even know what I'm
You're so
looking
young
for.
at this point, you don't need to decide. But like
Yeah.
once I see a lot of people with married parents and it's hard for them to find love because they know what true love looks like.
Yeah, but
and you probably see a comfort level and you're like,
Right.
I don't have this comfort level that my parents have.
Right.
I just saw, violent alcoholism. So anyone who will talk to me,
I'm sorry.
like, any narcissistic, secretly gay producer I will date for 2 years of my life. I think as kids, we have to totally detach from our parents' behavior.
Okay.
It is, I think, a really rough moment in your life when you have to take one of your parents like off the pedestal.
Yeah.
When you have to go like, oh, this superhero that I thought had no flaws can be insecure, wants to get back with an ex, doesn't communicate great, dates toxic people, something really like, I think that's kind of when you become an adult.
Right.
When you're able to just go like, my mom like makes bad decisions sometimes, but like
Right.
I'm okay. I don't
Right.
have to like attach to this like perfect mother thing or perfect father thing. Like they're just human beings too.
Right.
And they were born 60 years ago when women had like no tools.
Right.
I mean, it's a miracle. I mean,
Right.
she like had slaves. I mean, this was like, it was a while back. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
You know what I mean? So it's like, it's hard to, I think, accept that. So I don't even know if this has, like, make sure, like, I remember when my dad had a new wife, I, like, hated her. And like,
Right.
it was just like, but it was just more like, I had to accept the fact that he made bad choices. It had
Right.
nothing really to do with her.
It's kind of just like realizing your parents are grown-up children.
And that yes, that's it.
Yeah.
That's it. And there's a little bit of like, oh, I'm kind of on my own now.
Yeah.
But like to expect your parent to always be perfect as you get older, it's a hard thing to accept.
I have a pretty rogue prescription for her. Have you ever seen 8 Mile?
Yeah, with them.
Eminem has
Kim
a really
Basinger.
has a really weird relationship with his mom in the movie, and so I'm gonna prescribe you 8 Mile.
Moms are just human beings.
Yeah.
Wait, that's a good Precious. Watch Precious.
You know, I've never seen Precious. I'm scared it'll make me too sad.
It will take you there.
Yeah,
You will go there.
I love.
It's sad and
yeah.
it's brilliant. It's heartbreaking. It's all the things.
I just love Monique, and I don't want to see her in such an evil role.
Oh, she's amazing in it.
Didn't she get in trouble or something?
Well, she basically said, I'm not doing press for movies unless I get paid to do press. So when you're in a movie, you're going to not, I mean...
That's a pretty outrageous
right?
thing to
Let's
say.
just say, when you're in the Hunger Games 7, they'll go... You now need to go to Korea and China and all these places, and we have a private jet for you, but like you're not getting paid. And you're like, well, that's 6 months where I can't podcast, I can't,
Right.
whatever, work on my makeup line and like be
But it's an
me.
investment.
Yeah, and she was kind of like, the independent movies like that, you don't make a ton of money, but like, you get a bunch of critical acclaim. And she was just like, I mean, you can't go work for free for that long, but it's kind of you sort of say you're going to promote the movie, you want to promote the movie.
Yeah.
She just kind of like. She's that bitch,
Yeah.
She said to Netflix, like, Amy Schumer got paid $8 million for a special. Like, why am I getting paid $500,000?
Right.
I'm not doing this.
Amy Schumer got 8 million.
I don't know if that. It was like whatever, but she was just
Right.
like, why am I getting paid so little?
Right.
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
Can't weigh in.
I'm getting married later this year, and I have a serious issue. One of the bridesmaids and groomsmen have been dating for a few years, and now they have broken up.
There's something wrong with me, right?
No, it's a thing. In that chair, you can't hear. It's like
I'm like, no, I'm kind of disassociating because I'm sort of just like obsessed with you and I'm just watching
Whitney!
you. It's like, when you're like, I'll watch someone read a phone book. I'm just watching you read the questions and I'm being entertained and not actually trying to listen and help this part. One of the bridesmaids and groomsmen had been dating.
they broke up. A bridesmaid of the girl and the groomsmen of the men were dating, and they broke up. And it's like, well, that's if they're good friends and they're good bridesmaids and they're good groomsmen, they will not make it your problem because it's your wedding. Is my take on that.
Yeah, what does this have to do with it? I mean, everyone's dated everyone.
Right. Like if you are so worried about your friend and how she will react or how he
Mm-hmm.
will react, not friends.
No. So she's worried. Don't pair them together when they walk down the aisle, obviously.
Right. And to that, I prescribe bridesmaids with Kristen
What I will
Wiig.
say is these people are the least of your worries.
Yeah.
At your wedding. Weddings bring out the
worst.
batshit in everybody. And it's always the person you least expect to be batshit, who like something's going to come up for them. They're going to hear a Rita Ora song, the Rita Ora song that hits them sideways, that they got broken up to, that time they were on Molly. Like, someone is going to ruin your wedding. You just can't let them do it.
Right.
Everyone's emotions come up. Someone's going to wear a miniskirt. Someone's going to wear a long white dress.
Yeah.
Your sister, maybe.
Yeah.
It's going to be wild. A lot of wild shit's going to happen. One of your husband's groomsmen is going to get up and go, I mean, of all the girls, he picked you. And now I see why. And you're like, what?
Yeah.
Like, we had some wild nights in Vegas.
You're like, oh, what
before
wild nights?
Lindsay came along. And you're like, a lot of shit.
Right.
I think weddings, like, just prepare yourself for everyone to be a nightmare, not just this groomsman and bridesmaid.
Yeah. And to that, I prescribe Bridesmaids with Kristen Wiig and Maya Rudolph.
Gets better every time I see it.
Favorite movie of all time.
Goddamn, that's fresh.
Yeah.
Goddamn, that's fresh.
I remember seeing that in theaters with my dad when I was 11.
Screaming.
And being like, what the fuck is happening?
When she's on the plane, she's on another level.
It's the best movie. It's
on
my
the other-
favorite comedy movie, I would say, of all time.
What are your favorite of her characters on SNL?
God, what the fuck?
I love Gilly.
Yeah, that's my favorite. That's my favorite
like,
too.
it's so insane. Or the girl that can't keep a secret.
Yeah, like I like the one where Gilly, if I remember correctly, it's the one where
She's the schoolgirl.
Yeah,
Yeah. Where she's like, yeah. And then her and Fred Armisen do that like band that's always late.
Was she in the Californians?
Yes, for sure.
Yes.
It was her, Armisen, Bill Hader, and then like whatever rotating guest.
Right.
Hop on the 405 and then get out of here, and then get on the 5, and then so good. But her and Fred Armisen do that thing where they are a band, but they're improvising their songs because they're late and haven't written anything, and they're like he'll sing it and she'll have to like go along with it. It's called Garth and Kat.
Yes.
It hills me.
Yeah, she's amazing.
She's next level.
She's next level.
Have you met her?
My God, I fucking wish. I have absolutely fallen in love with a man who is concerningly older than me and who already has a child. He is the worst possible thing for me, but I can't cut it off for some reason. It's giving, but Daddy, I Love Him, which, if you don't know, is a new Taylor Swift song.
By the way, okay, so I haven't decoded the new album yet.
It's amazing.
But I'm getting a lot of people coming out of the woodwork, like apologizing about stuff from the past. It feels like this album is kicking up, like looking in the rearview mirror.
Yeah.
People will be like, I haven't seen you in a while, and I'm sorry that I'm like, new album. I gotta hear it to understand why people all of a sudden.
Taylor on this album kind of addresses that. This album is really, really personal if you know her lore and you know the vibe. But I'm just going off on a Taylor tangent now. The thing about that song, which if you haven't heard it, you should listen to it on your way home after this, because they won't let me play it on this thing, or else it'll not go up on YouTube. Taylor Swift does an excellent job of doing a beginning, middle, and an end of a story in a song. Yeah. And that song is like a prime example.
Wait, which one?
But Daddy, I Love Him.
Right.
It's about this, everyone is like scorning these lovers, even her family is.
Yep.
And
I wonder who, do you know who?
You know, a lot of the best Taylor Swift songs I don't think are about really anyone specifically. I think as Swifties, we try to like decode and find meaning in everything. But sometimes I think if Taylor wants us to know that something is about someone.
Interesting.
Well, no. For example, in Thank You, Amy, Kim is capitalized.
Of course.
So we know it's about Kim Kardashian. In this, I almost just feel like Taylor's drawing experience from things.
And I think she's such a genius at being like Monet or like Chuck Close, these artists that like give you enough specificity to know how personal it is and to feel the personal connection, but to also be able to fill in the blanks with your own experience. Like great comics do this too. Like Sebastian Maniscalco, if you've ever seen him, he'll say, like, has anyone flown Spirit Airlines? Like, or whatever it is. Right. And then everyone will laugh for like a minute and they'll fill in the blanks on their own experience. Right. And he'll just hold. And then he'll tell his experience, and she has this amazing ability to be just vague enough to where it's like so personal. You're like, did she write this song for me? Did she read my diary?
She's so good. She's so good. I had like an anxiety attack last night, like a really bad OCD attack. And I literally felt like a baby that you had to play music for. And listening to Taylor Swift was the only thing that would calm me down.
What's going to happen though? I get scared when someone is like, where I'm like, are people going to put a target on her back?
They already have. Have.
With the snakes and stuff?
They already have. No, but even today, people are coming for her left and right about
the voting.
anything she could do.
They'll be like, how come she's not posting about the election? You're like, has she not done enough for you?
But it's just like, it's not even that. They get mad about her, whatever. I don't even like, it's not even worth like my breath because it's so ridiculous.
Right,
but
right.
like, she has her loyal Swifties that just ride for her, like me. Like, she has people that just defend her, and I'll defend her till the day I die.
She is just like, is she our Dolly Parton?
I think I compare them a lot.
This kind of like Dolly has made it. I mean, Dolly people are like her heart is so clearly about entertaining people with this like purity. Like it's just all for the fans,
right?
And there's sort of is she going to do a Taylor Wood? She should do an amusement park.
Oh,
Swiftie Wood, genius.
Yeah,
and her dad is her manager, right? I don't know a ton about
her
him.
Manager is this guy. It's a lot of lore. I'll explain it to you.
Okay, sorry.
No, it's just it's boring.
Yeah, but nothing bores me about her life and choices. Oh my god.
But to this girl that is falling in love with a man that is older with a child.
Okay.
I would prescribe to you, But Daddy, I Love Him. But in the end of But Daddy, I Love Him, they get together, and I don't necessarily think you should be with this person if every single person in your life that you love is telling you not to do it. It's just my opinion.
Great. And I'll throw a couple things in, which is dating older, dating a guy with a kid. Do it for a little. It's kind of great sometimes. They've spent most of their time watching Disney movies. They know you deserve to be treated like a princess. They watch princess movies all day.
Right.
This is good news. They can make tiny snacks.
Right.
Okay. They know how to cut up an orange. They have a minivan. I love a dad. Their testosterone is a little bit lower.
Always.
We like a dad.
Yeah.
They can schedule shit out. They know how to decode a crying person.
Right. Yes.
They're like interpreters. They can figure out what you're trying to say when you're crying. But I think that as I get older, though, I think there is some wisdom that only comes with age. Not a lot of it.
It's very true.
But there is some where I'm like, oh shit, there's no way I would have known this any sooner, and no one would have thought to tell me. Dating someone your age I always did older or younger. My age, I don't know why I never did, whatever. I also kind of look older than my age. I always kind of have. But there's something amazing about the chemistry of having a shared experience.
I can't even imagine.
It's I had recently dated guys that were like 10 years younger than me, and I had explained things to them, and it was like this song that came on, and I was like, okay, Eve is a rapper that was in the rapper, and then he doesn't know who Eve is, and I'm just like, this is pure disrespect. Like, and I would get like angry, and then he would be like, but Rita Ora, and I'd be like, industry plant, and and so it kind of like, to me, music, television, the things that entertain us is so bonding, and there's such a mine isn't like we have to be politically aligned. Who gives a shit if anyone believes anything about politics? At this point, like, you're out of your mind, so it's to be able to just like sing along to the same song, to be able to just like have the same moment, and because sometimes emotions you can't explain, or if you do, it sounds patronizing. Words fail. If you're able to go like, remember when Lena Dunham said this to so-and-so, it's like that, and you're like, I get it.
Yes.
Like, the ability to communicate is the most important thing in a relationship. And sometimes you communicate through like a lyric in a song or a shared TV show you watch. And TV shows, when you watch them, also matters.
Yeah.
When you watched Girls, you were going through something, and Allison Williams' character said this thing, It's like, so if they weren't going through the same thing in the zeitgeist at the same time, I mean, it's just, I'm dating someone who's truly exactly my age now. And
it's the best.
When a song comes on and we're like, and then this happened, and remember when he was at the VMAs and she wore this and Lady Gaga's meat dress, and you're just like, that's chemistry. You know what I mean? Because I think sometimes we're like trying to get along and trying to explain something to someone. You then become an authority figure, or they become an authority figure to you, and then it becomes like maternal or paternal and like weird incest.
Yeah.
It might be hot for a while, but it's not sustainable.
Okay, I am gonna leave this pussy with that, because I thought that was so poignant and so beautiful. I really did. It was such a great description of why it's so important to date someone in your age range.
Like, dude, try it. You know what I mean? I mean, especially when you're like young, when you're a younger girl, and I know, look, like, this is like a very hot take right now. I'm not supposed to say this. When you're younger, like, and maybe it's the same. There's a lot of like males, high school guys dating their teachers these days. Like, there's wild shit going on everywhere. Like, thank you, Snapchat. And like, but like when you're younger, like sometimes you just like want someone who has a car. Sometimes you just want someone like
who has their shit together,
who's like
you
been
don't.
to Florida.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're like, you've been to Florida? What's that? Like, you know what I mean? Sometimes like you just want to be like dazzled, but like, go on Reddit. There's chat, but I think sometimes it's like you just want to feel like an adult, and it's hard to, sometimes we conflate like feeling like an adult and feeling smart with like love. And when an older guy says to you like, you're so much older than your age, you're so mature, that's a groomer. That is gross. And I think eventually, as you get older, you realize you're like, when I was 18 dating that 28-year-old, like, what a loser.
Right.
I had nothing to say.
Right.
And like, it's cute now, but you're going to look back and be like, that guy is the worst.
Right.
What a loser that he wanted to date an 18-year-old when he was 28 or whatever the age difference is.
100%. Because I wanted to date older when I was younger.
Why is this 28-year-old man on Snapchat?
Yeah.
On my streak? Like, yuck.
It's weird.
Yuck. Get out of here.
Get out of here. So break up with him. It's just for your mental health.
Yeah, send him an email on AOL.
Yeah, which
send him however you communicate with this man. LinkedIn.
Ooh, I'm gonna prescribe. Hold on.
My
gears are grinding.
But we'll see. I was just thinking because we talked about Sofia Coppola earlier, Lost in Translation. That's that Scarlett Johansson Bill Murray movie.
I've never seen.
Doesn't quite hold up.
I've never seen. Or I'll prescribe like any Lana Del Rey music. She sings about older men a lot.
By the way, I get it.
Agreed. All my closest friends moved abroad, and if I don't reach out, I literally don't know about them. I'm really tired of holding our friendship bridge, but it is so hard to make friends in my late 20s. That gives me anxiety.
Friends living abroad, it depends on what you're like, where you're getting your emotional needs met. Like, you have to do the, like, is it not Pavlov's hierarchy of needs, but there's this like hierarchy of needs of being like, are you getting like your emotional needs met through your pets, through video games, through anime, through disassociating in fantasy? I mean, I found myself having a lot of acquaintances and not a lot of friends because I actually was avoidant and had intimacy stuff because growing up with an alcoholic mom that was very like unpredictable and like borderline, and her emotions were very big. Like, I was scared to become really close friends with girlfriends because I was afraid of their emotions.
Interesting.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I would actually pick girls, was best friends with someone that lived in New York and that was always gone, and it kind of was like, that felt like safe. And I had to so I think it's first like, see if you're not choosing these people on purpose because they're unavailable. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then figure out like what kind of emotional needs you need to get met. I don't think friends should feel like a chore or
they shouldn't.
They shouldn't. That's family.
That's family.
That's your boyfriend.
Yes. But there is something to be said for have these friends become your family.
Chosen family.
You know what I mean?
That's big.
A chosen family is a hill I will die on. I think it's the most important thing.
The
in
most
entire
important
world.
thing, but I think that it's taken me a long time because I am loyal to a fault where if something feels like maintenance, that's something that is like, do I put more effort into this or just cut it off? It's hard to tell.
100%.
Because like, I'm a little bit all over the place with the relationship should be work, like takes work. Like a love relationship, of course, you need to connect and you have to make sure your schedule's aligned and you have to like whatever, but like, should friendships take work?
No, they shouldn't.
How about this? It can be work, but it shouldn't feel like work.
Yes.
If it's work you enjoy doing, stick
if
around.
Not, then
if you're like, I can't follow up with this person in the time zone, but like if it's someone you love, you're a friend that's really close with, it's like, what's going on in London? Let's FaceTime. Like that's work. It doesn't feel like work.
Well, I'm going to prescribe sisterhood of the traveling pants because they are best friends and they don't live together.
Breakups are sometimes harder than romantic breakups.
Oh my God.
Can't.
The darkest times in my life.
Can't.
The darkest time in my life was a friendship breakup. I'll never forget it. It made me who I am today. It scarred me to the point of like no return. Like, it's like, oh my God, you like revert and then you rise.
Wow, like a chrysalis.
Like, you're just like, what the fuck just happened? Oh my God, these were my best friends.
Your like inner child takes over.
You're like, what? Oh my God, I don't cry. I haven't cried in 4 years, but I remember that time crying so hard.
You talked about that in the pod a lot?
Not really. Just because I have so much love for all of them still. I love them all. I wish them all nothing but the best. But it was a really, really, really dark time in my life. And like, I just remember being like, am I a bad, like it was just,
I can relate because I didn't get in the TikTok algorithm this morning. And that is exactly what it feels like.
Yeah.
Do you look back now and go,
thank God.
Thank God.
I say thank God because after that, I reached out to this girl I knew at the time. Her name was Julia. And we had met the previous summer. And I don't know how I did this. I just asked her to get lunch, which is something I used to be so much better at. I was just a lunch person. Like, let's get lunches.
Psychopath?
Yeah, I was like, I don't know. I can't do that anymore.
If you asked me to lunch, I would call the police.
I'm back. I've been in LA for 6 years. I can't do that anymore. But in New York, I could because that's where I grew up. And Julia became my best friend. We ended up both getting into USC. We went to USC together.
Amazing.
Julia is still my best friend. She lives in this house with me. And I would not be best friends with Julia if it wasn't for this. So
getting heartbroken by friends, no one talks about that. It's almost harder than love.
It's impossible. It's the worst feeling ever. You feel so rejected. All right, this is the last tell me what's
But
wrong.
enough about Gaga. We'll be friends again soon.
I broke into my friend's car to get weed, and my dad found out. He refuses to talk to me, but he's supposed to walk me down the aisle in 3 days. What the hell do I do? Wait, what? Okay, so the first issue is, why are you breaking into your friend's car for weed?
What state is this?
Yeah,
You know that you know they deliver it to your door like Postmates.
This is crazy.
Now.
But if your dad's a good dad, he'll walk you down the aisle still.
I have a bigger question.
Yes.
You're getting married in 3 days and you're like, I need to get stoned.
Yeah, like,
Maybe this isn't the one. You know, you know what I'm saying? If you're self-medicating this much, either you're anxious about the wedding.
Right.
Is this the right person?
right.
Or is that just normal wedding jitters? I don't know.
But she's breaking into her friend's car, and somehow her dad found out that she broke into her friend's car. It doesn't sound like the friend was like, hey, go into my car and grab the weed. It was like she broke into the friend's car.
a crime was committed.
Yeah.
Okay, so is the dad mad about the crime or about getting the weed?
I think he's mad about all of it.
I think this person was very stoned when they wrote this as well.
Yeah.
I think you need to get sober. There's a BettyFord.com. You know what? Hot take. I had a manic episode, not this January, last January, because I was smoking a lot of weed.
Yeah.
Now that weed is legal in a lot of states, it is stronger.
Okay.
It's not for everyone's brain.
Yeah.
So this is a little bit of a tangent, but I might be saying like maybe see if weed is not, it might not be the match for your brain. If you're breaking into someone's car to get it, if you're acting manic and making bad decisions, the whole point of weed, why I started smoking it was like, this will help me relax. This will help me be chill. It made me manic.
Right.
If you have an overactive brain, if you have obsessive thoughts, you know, weed depends on the kind. There's indica, there's sativa,
Right.
maybe switch to a different kind. But if you're like breaking into a car to get weed,
Something's wrong.
there could be like an addiction at play,
Right.
which is someone that identifies as an addict. Like that's worth looking into because that could destroy your marriage and all this kind of stuff. Like, you know, they define addiction as when something stops being fun and when it becomes an obligation.
Interesting.
Right? So when you're like, I have to break into this car to get weed, like
Yeah.
that's no longer like the cool, chill weed life. It's no longer solving problems.
Right.
It's like
Creating,
creating problems, right? But weed, at least the sativa for me, I mean, I went from like, life is good and like, I'm just so grateful.
Yeah, I don't like the sativa.
To like, I was calling a maritime lawyer, trying to look for the Scientology shit.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, Saudi money. They put Saudi money into Disney. You guys, I'm like calling my friends. They're like, maybe a different strain of weed.
Yeah.
So there's different kinds. Like, you know, just like anything, different things react differently to different people's neurology and your brain and your brain chemistry and your hormones. Like, I think we need to be more careful about, I know that sounds like a dorky take.
No, my dad says the same thing. And they
It's
said it to me
strong.
on Mother's Day, and I was like,
It's really strong. I mean, I one time fired someone that didn't work for me. I mean, you know, it's just, I'm like setting boundaries with people.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to lean into my self-care. I'm posting wild shit on, you know, maybe that's why I got algorithm, my third like stoned TikTok, who knows? But like, I think it's worth figuring out why you needed the weed so bad that you needed to break in your friend's car and couldn't just ask your friend.
right.
Because I do think addiction also creeps up on us when we start keeping secrets.
Yeah.
When we start hiding our drugs, when we start like, you know, putting them in cowboy boots so no one will find them.
100%.
Weed doesn't always chill us out.
It doesn't always.
Indica? Are you an indica person?
No, I sometimes do sativa to be creative, but I realized I smoked it yesterday and it made my OCD really bad. So I'm going to cut back on the sativa and start maybe just like not smoking for a day. I don't know.
And just figure out your like study your brain. Like we just don't study. Like I'm on 20 milligrams of Prozac.
Oh, I'm on 50.
Oh, love it. I'm obsessed with Prozac.
Yeah, it's the
Obsessed.
best.
It helps me stop the loop.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Just the OCD loop of leaving here and going, that was stupid. Why'd you say that? You were boring.
Right.
You're gonna suck. I'll think it for like 5 minutes instead of like 45 minutes now.
Me too.
Yes. You know, it took me a long time to take responsibility for my neurochemicals and just go like, oh, maybe I shouldn't smoke all this sativa to edibles. Absolutely can't.
Right.
I just cannot.
Yeah, I get
I don't know
that.
when they're going to kick in, the way that they're distributed.
Yeah.
I'm like, this was melted in my car. One of them is 500 milligrams. One
Yeah,
of them is
yeah.
like it's, you can't really, you know, so it's
Yeah.
like, I feel like we're also excited that weed is legal, but
No, be careful.
yeah, I sent a mass text message to all my friends on New Year's Eve about how we need to clean up the water in Flint.
Oh, okay. Wow.
I stand by it.
Oh, wait, honestly, I was about to say it's a good
It
thing.
was
to have-
like 10, 9, 8.
Yeah.
And I was like, we need to use our platform more responsibly. Like, I was right. It was just like, you know.
It was like, this is New Year's Eve.
Yeah, it was like the wrong
Yeah.
time to send the text.
Well, Whitney, what did we learn today?
Gosh, that I talk too much.
No.
I need to take more Prozac.
No, I
need to be on
learned
50.
that I think what I learned that was so insightful from you was that it was something you said about embarrassment and
How comedies, we control
how we are embarrassed. And I think that's what I really took away.
I'm going to make fun of myself before anyone can make fun of me.
And I really took away also how important it is to date someone in your age range at least once in your life so you can connect on that level. That's what I learned.
I learned a reminder that like funny people can be fragile.
Yeah.
And that's okay. And I think when people come at me hard, I'm always like, how could you do this? I'm a comedian. I'm extra sensitive. But that's not what people see.
Right.
Right? They just see the exoskeleton and like what I post. And it was a reminder that I needed to have more compassion for the people that troll me. Because again, I only show this armor. I see you as like tough, hilarious, quick, super brain, so funny, you know, of course, resilient, but like, just like, you know, it's just, there's always, I know this is a corny thing to say, but there's everyone's battling stuff that we know nothing about, you know? And I just love seeing like the many dimensions of people. And I love being reminded that like, even though we're like, you know, bitchy and funny and we're also like super sensitive and like, that's okay.
Yeah. Well, Whitney, thank you so much for coming on Therapuss.
What a dream. I hope this is okay.
This was amazing. This was amazing. This was insightful and funny and heartfelt, and you're amazing, and I love you, and I'm so honored
I'm
that
so happy for you, and I want to come to one of your shows.
I would like to come to. If I didn't have fucking drinks tonight, I'd go to yours. But
oh god, no, I'm up every night. I'm just working on new material.
Amazing.
But come, let me come do shows.
I would love to.
Like, you're such a star.
Oh, Whitney.
I love like a star.
Whitney.
I love a star. Like, I love a talent.
I try.
I love just like a straight up talent.
I fucking try. And Whitney, I love you so much.
I love you.